Cops are here.
Yes.
It's interesting you played that dog, because Bob Dog texted in from Provo.
What?
He did.
Yeah, that was him right there.
From Provo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who did?
Bob Dog.
Oh, okay.
Mr. McFeely might check in later. You don't know.
Yeah, I do.
Where was he from?
Provo.
Provo. Okay.
Provo. Yes, and I do know Mr. McFeely will absolutely
I have no idea.
check in later.
Because on this day in 1948, Eddie Grant was born.
Edmund Montague Grant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I had it on vinyl, so.
Oh, a 45.
was a 45
show the
bonus.
kids what a 45 looks like.
He's
on
the one with the big hole.
X96.com/live. What's on the B side of Electric Avenue?
Time Warp.
Yeah, which is apparently terrible.
I don't know. Yeah.
He's still kicking and still singing that song because that's the only thing anybody ever wants him to do. Let's just play Electric Avenue.
One more time.
That's Eddie Grant. That song was huge.
Oh yeah.
Big hit. Yeah.
1983. One of the biggest hits of the year. And it's about Electric Avenue in London and the 1981 Brixton riot.
What were they rioting about?
Well, I'll give you three guesses. Come on, I bet you can come up with it. Do you think it might have had something to do with immigrants from the Caribbean?
Oh, maybe.
And how they were being treated?
And things have gotten so much better, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, you know, we had a black president, so you know,
that fixes everything.
fixed everything.
They were protesting. Yeah, they were protesting the police, mainly how police treated the immigrants in Brixton.
I guess we don't learn, right?
No,
we don't.
Well, I don't know. Some societies get better, and become a little more civilized as time goes on. Actually, we think about it. We've done in 200 and what is it? Many years now, 50, 60 years. Well, I mean, we've made some progresses.
Sure.
You know, but hi, I'm home again. By the way.
Yes.
And do I sound fine? Just technically fine?
I mean, technically you sound fine. We can tell you're sick. We can hear that.
Yeah, I felt great yesterday afternoon, and last night I felt good, and I thought, I'm just on the verge of kicking this. I'll be fine in the morning. Woke up worse. So I don't know.
But you got an antibiotic. So.
Yeah, which I hope that's the ticket. That's the ticket to wellness. Antibiotics. I used to get bronchitis conditions fairly often years ago when I was a cigarette smoker. And if I got a cold, it would almost inevitably turn into really bad bronchitis. And I would say to the doctor, I know what will cure this. If you just give me some antibiotics. And they would go, well, no. We can't prescribe antibiotics. And then finally a doctor would say, oh, okay, you can have some antibiotics. You've been coughing for a month. And they'd give me the antibiotics, and it would go away.
I know what this is. I know my body.
Yeah. So, but I got some antibiotics yesterday from Dr. Cobble, who I didn't talk to specifically. I just talked to his office, but I guess he's not going to be with us today.
Will not be with us today.
No. So we have an open. We will have some sort of call-in segment, whether it's Hello, Yeah, What, or an X-Poll. We haven't decided yet.
Maybe, I could fill both of those segments by just coughing.
Like that.
I could. You wouldn't even need that drop. I could just.
Oh, there's Space Ghost. Can we hear "Damn It to Hell" today? Can I request "Damn It to Hell" from Space Ghost?
I don't know if I have the "Damn It to Hell."
Oh
from
no!
him. I did find an interesting drop, though. For those who may not have heard, George Lowe, who was the voice of Space Ghost Coast to Coast, we must specify because there was another Space Ghost before him, died at 67. Had some heart trouble, apparently. But I did find a very kind of eerie sketch where he was interviewing Conan O'Brien.
Ooh.
And it's eerie?
And Conan says, so you're dead, but you look alive.
Wow.
Something along those lines. And Space Ghost says, I was dead before you were born, Conan, and I'll be dead long after.
Wow. That's creepy.
Have you got that to play for us?
I'll find it. I will find it.
Yeah, George Lowe. Not very old.
The damn it to hell was when there was a bird outside and he heard a bird.
Oh, damn it to hell. Yeah.
I like my personal favorite of the ones you played is his two dogs, Fifi and
Fifi and Pierre.
Fifi and Pierre.
I shaved their butts.
That's Dennis Miller when he's interviewing,
He's interviewing Dennis Miller. Yeah.
It is clear. It is clear. I'm talking about dogs, isn't it?
I shaved their butts out of anger, and they hate me for it.
It is clear. I'm talking about dogs, isn't it?
Here we go. This is the bit with Conan.
Okay.
Obviously a space man who died and became a space ghost. Now, I know you don't want the kids to know that you died, but you died, baby. You gotta get down with that.
No.
Face it, space ghost!
No.
You're a spaceman that choked on a muffin!
That, sir, is impossible because I am allergic to muffins.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're thinking of Muffin Hunter. He's different.
I saw that on the WB, actually. They'll carry anything.
Well, they won't carry anything, Conan, because I pitched them a show where Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny were teenagers, and I was a teenager too, and we were all pirates. But every week we would have different jobs and identities, and they called back and said it was stupid, and that I was stupid too. And let me tell you something. There's nothing stupid about a teenage rabbit teaching good hygiene. Nothing.
That's someone who the voice is the character. I
Yes,
mean, that is
absolutely.
That's not just whoever does the writing for that. That's
And then there's one where apparently he and Bjork were secretly married.
Oh, good. That's charming. I like that.
It was a funny little bit. Anyway.
Space Ghost.
Oh, Space Ghost. All right.
He was sort of, I mean, underappreciated, really. I would think.
After they were done with him, they didn't appreciate him. That's for sure.
But I mean, he did that. He was obviously talented. He could have done other things, but
he did quite a few voices. He worked on Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Okay.
He worked on a bunch of other stuff. But you know, I mean, they would pay you once, and that would be it. You know, they'd give you the bare minimum and then send you home. You know, which is why Andy Merrill who's the voice of Brack, is delivering Amazon packages.
He really is.
Yes.
That's a shame.
Yeah. That's how he's making his money.
I would say you would think somebody would use him for something rather than delivering packages.
You'd think.
That's a great voice. Why don't you deliver a package?
There you go. All right.
This has been Farting Around with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96, Radio from Hell.
Okay, let's take a break, shall we? We will take a break, and then we'll come back with check-ins if you have a mind to do them. 877-602-9696 is the number to call to check in with the Radio from Hell show. We do like to hear from you in the morning, 877-602-9696. Let us know what you're doing, how your day is starting out. Let us know that you're out there and alive and kicking. You can also text us if you like. That's 339.
To that in just a second, but because it has to do with bugs. I was at the University Pharmacy, I think it was on Monday, and I came out into the parking lot, and the guy who sort of takes care of the parking lot, Mike, said, "Oh, you see all these bugs, these little bugs flying around." I went, "Oh yeah. There are clouds of these little bugs. Have you guys seen them?"
No.
Pay attention, like when you go home. And I saw it, and then I went home, and there were clouds of them all around my yard.
They're following you.
No, they're not. They're just everywhere. And I thought, what the hell is this? And so we did a little research, and actually, Uncle Todd found out what they were. These little nightmares are blue ash aphids, usually prevalent in the Pacific Northwest. Nobody is sure how they ended up this far south, but they're here until the first deep freeze. Unfortunately, because there are so many, that means they're going to lay eggs by the millions in the trees, and we're going to have them next spring. And so I did a little more research looking them up, and indeed they are in the past they have been confined pretty much to the Pacific Northwest. up in Seattle, Oregon, around the Spokane area, and there are numerous news articles about them.
Okay.
How people are just, they're just annoying.
They look like a fly you would use for fly fishing.
Yeah, kind of. They're blue ash aphids, blue ash aphids.
You call them.
Yeah, blue ash aphids. They have furry butts, kind of.
Sure.
And so I thought I wanted to do more research. I'm looking up, and I'll bet some people are listening right now. You know what we're talking about? These clouds of. Just watch for it. It's sort of almost not noticeable, and if you're not paying attention, and then all of a sudden you realize there are thousands of them around. And so I went to this website that I found, and I would advise you all to look it up because it's great. Insectidentification.org. And it says there are over 1 million identified species of insects and spiders in the world, with many more still awaiting discovery. Now, with this website, you can find any of those million that have already been identified, and you can find them either by type of insect, like if you want to know types of spiders, types of beetles, or you can find insects by state. What insects are common to your state? And so I looked up Utah, and we could look at. And then it's further broken down. Do you want to know about Utah spiders? You want to know about Utah dragonflies? Name something you want to. Utah. I don't know what Utah true bugs are. Maybe they're the ones you find only in Utah. Should we click on that?
Sure.
Let's see. Utah true bugs, and here's what we find. Something called the ambush bug.
That's a DC superhero, by the way.
The assassin bug. And I could, and then you can click on these and it'll tell you more about them. Let's see, the broke-backed bug. Any one of these you want to know about, let me know. The brown marmoted stink bug. How about the plant bug?
Plant bug?
Yeah. The Red Cross shield bug. That's kind of a beetle. All of those are pretty much beetles. But it's just fascinating how many different insects you can find. Spiders, butterflies, wasps, crickets. You can find, if you want to know just any green bugs in your state, any blue bugs in your state, you can just find all of them. It's just incredible.
Look up bark beetles.
Carrie's got bark beetles.
I got bark beetles.
Yeah, okay, Utah beetles.
Let's kill them a blue spruce.
Let's see, there it is, the bark beetle. Yep, it's killing it, and it says it loves evergreens, blue spruce.
It's ruining trees.
It's killed it pretty much.
Mm-hmm. But that's just one of many beetles. It's just incredible how many different varieties there are. And Utah dragonflies. There are 25 different species of dragonfly in Utah. There's the American ruby spot damsfly, the black saddlebag skimmer.
Look up the shoe fly.
You want to make a pie? Is that what you
look up lightning bugs?
Okay.
We don't have them here.
We don't have them here, and I'd like them here.
How do we get them here?
Can we get them here?
It's not hot enough here.
It's not hot enough?
It's not humid.
Yeah, it's not humid. It's too cold for them. If you've ever seen them, though, geez, they're incredible.
I've never seen them. That's the thing.
I in Georgia, and I think that's where I saw them.
I've seen them on that pirate ride at Disneyland.
Yep. So anything you want to know about bugs?
I hate these. The Johnson jumping spider. I hate the jumping spider.
They're kind of cool, though.
No,
they
scare me.
Well, yeah, but they're...
Because you go to get them, and then they...
But they are kind of cool. And so you've gone to the website, I see. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
All the different things you can find. The different spiders. The barn funnel weaver spider. The black-tailed crab spider. Ooh, there's an ugly one. What's that? The canopy. Oh, here, it's a jumping spider, Gina.
I hate the jumping spider.
It's the canopy jumping spider. They're hairy. And it jumps on its prey. It packs a lot of personality, it says here. found in the southeast and along the eastern coast. This particular spider is at home in forests.
This website makes me itchy.
It's an ambush predator that stalks and pounces on its insect prey. That's an interesting thing about the insect world. What do they eat? They all eat other insects. It's a cannibalistic species.
Another reason to hate them.
Well, I guess some insects eat plants rather than eat.
3986.
All right, 6:22. Let's get this over with.
Yeah, I'm all for that. We will officially begin the program, and then we will go to your check-ins at 877-602-9696. You can also text us if you like. 33986 is that number. Do we have a sponsor, Gina?
Check out the Salt Lake Home and Garden Show March 7th through the 9th at Mountain America Expo Center. For more information and tickets, go to x96.com.
The moon is in the first quarter. It's 37.4% of full, and it's on its way to being a full moon on March 14th. The moon will rise today at 9:55 a.m. Today being, is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Huh, I don't know, I wrote Tuesday. It's the 5th day of March, right? That's right.
Yes.
In the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2025. It is Ash Wednesday. I assume, Gina, you have ashes on your forehead.
I haven't been to Mass yet.
Oh, so later on today, if we see you
Sure.
about town, you'll have a smudge on
Me
your...
and Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
That will not be chocolate. It will be ash.
It is also the first day of Lent. It's National Cheese Doodle Day.
Well, that's bad if you're giving up cheese doodles for Lent. That's bad timing.
I suppose, yeah.
And it's National Absinthe Day. Nothing goes better with absinthe than a big handful of cheese doodles.
Yeah.
And it's also Dissociative Identity Disorder and Multiple Personality Day. At least that's what you say. I don't say anything about that. This is an all-new edition of the official morning show of Cheese Doodles, the Radio from Hell show, starring the Lords of Morning Radio, Kerry Jackson. I bet he's putting on his hat right now.
There he goes.
Yes.
I'm Bill Allred, sick at home. Gina Barberi going to Mass later on today to get her ashes. And Katie for short is our producer. We have fine help in the producer's booth. Allison, I assume, and Maya, right?
Yes, both here.
All right.
All right. 877-602-9696 if you want to call to check in. A lot of text check-ins. Right Wing Wade, of course. Levi in Coachella Valley checking in. Bring back the Chuck Heston mini disaster movies.
Can't happen.
Sorry. The guy died. Did it?
Everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead. Mike in Nashville checking in.
And the archive was destroyed.
Yeah. That's not. I got some on CD over there. I just don't feel like going through. All right. Zane in Dallas checking in. On this day 19 months ago, me and Mrs. Zane got married.
Aw.
Happy 19 months, babe.
Happy anniversary-ish.
If Mrs. Zane has a must-go about me, can she call in her must-goes? No. You must email your must-goes. Thank you, Hype Man Zane.
And we're doing those in about a half an hour, so you still have time to get them in. Email them radiofromhell@x96.com.
Mm-hmm. Kilroy was here, checking in from the most pleasant of groves. Fun fact about Eddie Grant's Electric Avenue. The song title refers to Electric Avenue Street in Brixton, which is the very first market street to be lit by electricity.
Ah.
All right. Good morning, lords and lady. Meg the musician checking in. I have to actually leave the house for a work event this morning.
That's unfortunate. Or maybe it's good you're getting out of the house.
Yeah. Mishak Averta checking in. That was a great song to start the stroll towards the weekend. Rye from Orem checking in. Teacher Casey here. March 7th is Towns Van Zant's birthday. Let's see. Patrick, the friendly neighborhood middle school teacher checking in. Space Ghost makes me smile and laugh every time. Let's see. Cardboard Chris, Tristan of the most west of Jordans. Betty Rice checking in. Tree of Maine checking in. The leper in my attic has a stuck fart. Can you offer any advice?
This is someone who listens way too closely.
Yes.
So we were talking about a leper in my attic yesterday. Yes. That's right.
Ella the nanny checking in, hoping Bill feels better soon. Will Gina eat a Cheeto?
No.
It feels cheese adjacent.
It is. No.
And the Cheetos have real cheese involved
Cheese
in
dust.
That's what they claim.
them. Yeah.
Chef Roy checking in. They should make that dissociative disorder the day after Absence Day. Absinthe Day. I think he means Absinthe Day. Woodworker Willie checking in. Tyler the Trash Man checking in. George Lowe also played Brack's father on the Brack Show. Yes, he did.
Oh, with the Spanish
With the
accent?
Spanish
Oh.
accent. Yes, Brack.
A highball. I would like a highball.
Perry City listener checking in. Happy Cheese Doodle Day. Cheese doodles are the key to Bill getting better. Okay.
Are cheese doodles just essentially Cheetos, right?
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Metal Shop Mark in Tooele checking in. Nurse Molly checking in. Drive safe. There are a-holes out there.
Every day.
Every day. Speaking of which, traffic, please.
Well, Right Wing Wade says checking in from I-15 southbound. 72nd south delays, northbound Redwood Road and Lehigh right lane and shoulder slowing. Yeah, Wade, I'm actually seeing all northbound lanes of Redwood Road have now stopped for a few minutes.
Oh, really?
To clean up some debris from a crash there. A possible pothole repair. It looks like southbound I-15. Traffic at a crawl through there, through Midvale, looks like. And whatever you're seeing on the roads, you can share it with us via text, if it's safe for you to text 33986.
All right, we're going to take a break, play a song for you. After that song, it's Big Boy News and a Pinuendo, and Frank Christ Presents the Dead Celebrity Game. We'll explain how to play What You'll Win coming up.
Don't miss a single moment of the Radio from Hell show. As soon as you wake up, tell your smart speaker to play X96.
The Offspring.
Crossed by a neon pill and it's a hit and run? Well, maybe it's Beat Gina. That's what it is. I'm Johnny O, the world's healthiest and happiest game show announcer.
Oh, well.
You know, 187,000 physicians now have the facts. Ask your doctor. Minute Maid fresh frozen orange juice is better for your health than home squeezed orange juice. For
Oh, sorry.
187,000 physicians now have the facts. For best results, drink a big glass of Minute Maid orange juice every day, the year round. Mothers, now comes Gina, now comes new proof. Reported in a leading medical journal and sent to your doctor that Minute Maid served year round is better for your family's health than the same oranges squeezed at home. Better because this scientific proof again shows that Minute Maid contains decidedly more vitamin C needed by everyone for stronger teeth, bones, and more energy and vitality. Better because scientific proof again shows that Minute Maid contains far less peel oil, sometimes the cause of allergies and stomach upsets in infants who admittedly should not be drinking orange juice. Anyway, better because this scientific proof. Can I have another one of those peanut butter? That Santangelo fellow's dangerous. Better because this scientific proof again shows that Minute Maid purity standards are far higher. So for better health, follow the science. Even though we've shown no scientific study here, drink Minute Maid. It's just enough to say follow. I'm going to break character here for a minute. This was an actual ad, and you can say follow the science, scientific studies, scientific proof without referencing any of them. It's ridiculous. And now, here's your host, Gary Jackson.
Okay, I'm still here. The randomizer has picked a contestant. Camden is on the phone.
Hi,
Camden, are you there?
Hi, I'm here.
All right, Camden, we're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. You call it heads or tails. It will give you an advantage.
Okay, I'll call tails.
All right, coin toss app says heads, Gina Barberi.
Oh, Camden, you're going to have to work for these Black Keys tickets. So it's the premiere series live at the Marquee in Park City. It goes started last night and goes through the 28th, featuring Leon Bridges, Black Keys, Odessa, Devo, Lil Jon, Charlie Crockett, Cascade, Dirty Heads, and more. Tickets for all of those shows are available at the marqueepc.com. But you specifically Camden, have the chance to win a pair of tickets to see the Black Keys. This is the 21st at the Marquee.
All right, so first question is for Gina. If she gets it correct, she gets the point. If not, Camden, I'll allow you to answer it correctly, stealing the point away from Gina. We'll go back and forth till one of you gets 3 points. And these are all questions about Katie Seagal. Seagal?
Seagal.
Yes. From, Married with Children, all those shows. Futurama. Okay, here we go. First question for Gina. Gina? Who did Katie Seagal have a fling with when she was a teenager?
Oh, I don't know.
Ooh. Was it 1, Calculon? Was it 2, David Bowie? Was it 3, Gene Simmons? Or was it 4, Will Wheaton?
It's got to be Icky Gene Simmons.
That is correct. That is gross.
It's a point for Gina.
I wish I didn't know that.
Katie Seagal, Sons of Anarchy as well.
Yes. All right, Camden, question for you.
Yeah.
She's a singer, Katie Seagal. You know that? Beautiful singing voice.
I did not know that.
Who has she been a backup singer for? What bands or performers? Is it 1, the band Lee Harvey Keitel? Was it 2, Tina Turner? Was it 3, Johnny Uterus and the Fallopian Tubes? Or was it 4, Bette Midler?
Ooh, I'll go with Tina Turner.
No, sorry. Terribly sorry.
Well, then I will have to go with Bette Midler.
Bette Midler is correct.
All right. 2-0 for Gina, Camden. And Gina controls the question.
Wow.
This could be over fast.
It could be. It could be. Let's see. Okay, here we go. What was the name of Katie Seagal's first album? Yes, she recorded an album.
Okay.
Is it number 1, Well? Is it 2, Cultivated Bimbo? Was it 3, Room? Or was it 4, Mary Tyler Morphine?
Is there Room? It's Room. No?
No, it's
No,
not.
terribly sorry.
Camden, it's your chance to crawl back into the game.
Ooh, can you repeat the answers?
All right, is it number 1, Well? Is it 2, Cultivated Bimbo? Or 4, Mary Tyler Morphine?
Ooh, I'm going to go with 1.
Well, that's correct.
There you are.
Yes.
That's a point for you, Camden. You control the question. You could tie the game.
All right, Camden. Let's see.
All right, here we go.
Let's go with this one here. Her character, Peggy Bundy, is notorious for what?
Ow.
Is it 1, owning Ted Bundy's Volkswagen, 2, being lazy, 3, wearing a flea collar, or 4, gossiping?
Ooh, and I'm not familiar with the show, but I'm going to say gossiping.
Gossiping? You'd think that.
No.
She's very, very lazy.
Lazy.
Ow.
Yes, Gina wins the game.
There you go.
Nicely done. I'm sorry, Camden, but you're going to be out of luck.
No,
What?
no.
What?
I mean, these tickets are for this weekend, and
What?
it's Friday. We have to give them away today. So, Camden, even though I beat you, you are still going to win these tickets to see the Black Keys at the Marquee in Park City on January 21st. If people want to purchase tickets to any of those shows I mentioned, you can do that at themarqueepc.com.
All right.
Well, I've got to go because scientific studies show I need a big glass of Minute Maid orange
All
juice.
right. Camden, hang on the line, and we'll tell you how to get those tickets. Thank you very much. Because on this day, in 1985, Power Station released Some Like It Hot, the lead single from their self-debut studio album. They only had 2 albums, right? I want to say.
1 album.
Yeah, I think.
I know they
Not
had
much.
They didn't have much. No. Anyway, because they was a super group. All right. Time now for Big Boy News. Right after the Big Boy News, it's Frank Christ Presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine, the Dead Celebrity Game. We'll give you a list of 4 celebrity names. 3 of those celebrities are just fine. One of them is dead. If you pick the dead one correctly, you will win.
Tickets to see Alabama Shakes Friday, August 22nd at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. And why don't we throw in some Salt Lake Home and Garden Show tickets for that, too?
Wow.
Because we have extra prize today.
Gee whiz. Okay.
You're really generous today.
I am.
And all you got to do is play Frank Christ Presents coming up after the news. 877-602-9696. Call, line up, get those Alabama Shakes and Home Show tickets. Right after this. Big Boy News now, brought to you by
Business owners, do you owe $15,000 or more on employment taxes and don't know what to do? McClure and Stewart, your local trusted tax attorneys. Go to McClureandStewart.com today.
Well, Ione Skye has written a memoir called Say Anything or Say Everything, and in this book, released yesterday, she revealed that she and John Cusack slept together years after the film was released in 1989.
What?
And I'm thinking, who really cares?
Well, we all wondered at the time.
Yeah.
It's okay. You guys slept together, not until years after the film was released. Say Anything was released, and I'm just wondering why she feels that. Because do you find that interesting at all?
I mean, kind of. Yeah. Yes, I'll admit. That's one of those things I always wondered. Did they ever hook up? And now we know. And so,
she said, I had to get it out of my system. She's 54 years old now, noting that the encounter occurred after her divorce from her first husband, Adam Horowitz, Beastie Boys guy, Ad Rock. Before publishing the memoir, Skye said she allowed John Cusack to read a draft of it, and he later texted her, "You made the experience sound so meh. It wasn't meh for me." Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I'm telling a story, and it was more about how all of our chemistry was in our working together and stimulating each other's minds, not sleeping together. I felt a little bad that he felt that I was just thought the sexual experience was meh. But, oh well, she says. Oh,
I've never had to get anything out of my system.
Really?
Well,
that you know why?
It's all that Imodium.
Because there is not anything in your system.
It's all that Imodium. It just stays there.
just carry it around forever.
Yep.
You don't, Gina. You never feel the need to get anything off your chest, do you?
Off my chest, out of my system.
No. Well, Donald Trump made his. It says here, who wrote this? This is from Huffington Post. Made his triumphal return to the House chambers with an angry campaign-style speech packed with lies and personal grievances.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Vilifying his predecessor in the White House and Democratic members of Congress, all the while downplaying threats to the economy and that his policies are already creating. We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 8 or 10 years. Now, he's right about that. They have accomplished more than maybe any administration ever. But that doesn't mean they've accomplished positive things.
When you say accomplished, that connotes to me something good. If he has accomplished anything, it's because it's his approval rating has dropped in 48 days faster than any president ever has.
Well,
so
we'll take
that I'll give him.
His on this day, his new 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada sent the markets reeling. Trump barely acknowledged that concern. Well, there'll be a little disturbance, but I'm okay with that, he said. It won't be much. Yeah. He lied about the state of the economy on the day of his return to office.
Yep.
We inherited from the previous administration an economic catastrophe and an inflation nightmare. That was not true.
That's not true.
He blamed the current price of eggs on Joe Biden.
That's not.
No.
He let the price of eggs get out of control.
No.
No.
He went, well, okay, so Don, if that's the case, get them under control.
Yeah.
If the president can get the price of eggs under control,
Yeah.
why don't you do it?
Yeah, why did I pay $14 for eggs this weekend?
You paid $14
Yes,
for
and
eggs?
they weren't even organic or anything. They were just eggs.
$14?
They're gold eggs, Gina.
Oh.
They're gold eggs. He went through his familiar litany of absurdly old people on the Social Security rolls. 1.3 million people from the ages of 150 to 159.
Not true.
Nothing
Not
there.
true at all.
In fact, Biden's economy was enjoying a steady growth, and inflation had come down to under 3% annually, a soft landing from the pandemic that many economists thought would be impossible. Egg prices have spiked since Trump took office,
Yes.
largely because of the spread of bird flu infecting chicken flocks. Don, why don't you get control of those egg prices?
Well, I would, but my my RFK Jr. doesn't believe in this sort of thing. So
And the statistics about Social Security, while eroding confidence in the national retirement and disability system, are entirely inaccurate. The result of Elon Musk's young aides who've been rampaging through the federal agency's computer systems, not understanding the Social Security Administration rolls at all. He falsely claimed that new auto plants are opening up all over the place.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
they're not.
They're not. He lied
And
about how tariffs work.
if they decide to build them, it will take
Years.
Yeah. He once more repeated his lie that the United States has spent $350 billion to support Ukraine to fight Russia compared to just $100 million from Western Europe, even though the actual numbers
that's a lie.
are $204 billion from Europe, $183 billion from the United States. The vast majority of the American aid, by the way, though, is in the form of old military stock. That's now being replaced by American workers in American factories.
Yeah.
So we're giving Ukraine old equipment that's being replaced by people who are at work, stimulating the economy.
Working here.
And there is more and more and more.
Oh, in my house, this is the one that played well. So he talked about transgender mice. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't
No,
hear
I
this
didn't get
part.
that one.
No.
So there's something called transgenic mice. So my husband, when he was getting his doctorate, his thesis, his project was investigating genetic defects in the heart.
Okay.
And in order to study this, you have to take that gene for that heart defect and splice it into mice and create mice that have the...
That's what transgenic means.
Yeah, it
You
has
have to
nothing
give mice defective hearts.
Yeah, or whatever you're studying.
Your husband's a monster.
It has nothing to do with transgender
No.
anything.
No, it's just something that somebody said to him, and he, of
Yeah.
course,
Ooh,
said,
there's
"Whoa, that's good."
transgender mice. We're turning mice trans.
The Trump administration yesterday published a list of more than 400 federal properties. It says it would close or sell, including the FBI headquarters and the main Justice Department building, after deeming them not core to government operations.
Talk about defunding the cops.
The list also included the IRS building in Ogden and the federal building down here on State Street in First South.
So does that mean like they're going to shut down the entire IRS
they're-
department in Ogden?
At least half of it.
Most of it.
Yeah. I know they're firing half the employees at the IRS.
And they're going to, they closed the federal building there across from Harmon's.
Yeah.
That means most of those employees will be fired. And the ones that are not, they'll, move to smaller office facilities. Well, everything's fine.
Yeah, it's all right, Ogden. You voted for that. It's all right.
A student at West Haven Elementary School is being called a person of interest in a fire that damaged parts of the school on early Tuesday. The Weber district said the fire started inside one of the student bathrooms at around 8:20 a.m. While the fire was contained to the bathroom, the school's sprinkler system was activated, which damaged other parts of the building. The school was evacuated. Students were able to taken to a secure site where parents were able to pick them up. According to school officials, surveillance video captured a boy going into the bathroom before the fire started and then leaving it after it was underway. He is now, of course, a person of interest in that arson fire. A former branch president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has been charged with rape of a teenager. Salt Lake County Attorney Sim Gill announced multiple charges against Armando Flores for sexual assault that allegedly began in 2002 when the victim was 14 years old. In 2012, Flores was convicted of sexual battery involving a 17-year-old who belonged to his church. According to charging documents, Flores was the branch president of the church, which the victim and her family had joined after moving to Utah. So he'd been charged with a crime like this before, and a former branch president. Okay, he was not currently a branch president.
All right.
Flores is accused of discussing sexual acts with the victim as he taught her to drive, and another time served her wine when she was at his home. Let's see,
Well, somebody says there are 9 IRS buildings in Ogden, so they're closing one of them, I guess.
The IRS is, they're drafting plans to cut about half of its workforce.
Half the workforce is going to go.
The NASA astronauts that are up there on the space lab, the space station, Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams, they're getting ready to come back home.
Because Joe Biden wouldn't bring them home, so thank God Elon Musk.
This was all scheduled under the Biden administration.
In a Tuesday press conference from the International Space Station, Wilmore and Williams expressed their anticipation of returning to Earth, but also conveying a sense of nostalgia about leaving the place they've called home for so long. Recent political tensions emerged after comments made by Trump and Elon Musk accused Biden of abandoning the astronauts. However, both astronauts clarified their perspective on the matter yesterday, saying, from our standpoint, politics isn't playing into this. From our standpoint, I think they would agree. We came up here prepared to stay long, even though we plan to stay short. That's what we do in human spaceflight. That's what we do. We plan for the unknown, the unexpected, contingencies, and we did that. So it just happened, and it's fine. One of California's hottest fast food chains plans to open in Utah. Starbird. I'd never heard of them, but there are a lot of them in California. It's a chicken restaurant centering on. Yeah, boy, chicken is just going crazy.
Right there.
Super premium fast food concepts. So it's apparently really budget priced. They plan on opening 5 locations in Utah very soon.
All right. Sports, weather, traffic.
Well, the biggest sports story of the day is the Judge Memorial Catholic High School boys soccer team won their first preseason game yesterday.
It wasn't LeBron James?
No, it was 2-0 over Roland Hall. That's
No, not LeBron James?
No.
Scoring 50,000 points?
Yeah, he's record-breaking. Yes, LeBron James. Breaking.
But, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. In college basketball, BYU Cougars, this was apparently a very exciting game against the number 10 ranked Iowa State Cyclones, and BYU won 88-85.
Okay.
Utah men's lost to the West Virginia Mountaineers. Utah Jazz will be. Now this is a hard one because the Washington Wizards, believe it or not, are worse than the Utah Jazz.
Really?
Yeah. So we'll see today at 5 who really is the worst. They're on the road in Washington.
If you get a phone call from the Jazz, that means they're calling everybody in town asking them to come to the game.
Well, no, this is on the road.
Okay.
So we've got this wet pattern continuing. Rain likely today, mostly after 2 p.m., they're saying 70% chance, high of 53. And traffic. We have construction barrels on I-15 southbound between Murray and Midvale are being removed. Traffic should start easing soon, but right now there's some residual delays, and there are some points where people are crawling along. That looks like that's about it, unless you're seeing something. Oh, yes, here's one. Somebody says, Big Wreck, 39th South Redwood. A car ran into the cricket building there. Thank you, Infiniteam, for letting us know that. They sent that in at 33986.
Oh. Frank Christ has joined us.
Oh, hello.
This is so weird that you managed to be in the studio and here at my house, too.
It's not weird if you're a magical being.
I guess not. Frank is a magical being. He's a Grim Reaper. and he is, as you would think a Grim Reaper should appear, a skeletal figure with a robe and a hood and a rope belt and a scythe. The only sort of modern thing about Frank is that he has an electric scooter.
Well, I care about our environment.
I appreciate that, Frank.
Frank is tasked with reaping the souls of celebrities. Once a celebrity dies, Frank he whisks himself away to the scene, and he causes me to echo for some reason.
Well, unless I do that, the caller won't be able to hear you.
I see. So Frank gives me a list of actors. Hi, who's this?
This is Ryan.
Ryan, hi. How are you today?
How's it going?
It's going.
I'm fine. I'm just fine.
There you go.
But I found a screw in my back tire this morning, so I might need to get a ride from Frank later.
Oh, you don't need it. You don't want to ride from me.
No,
you don't come back if you have a ride.
Once you're in the sidecar, it's all over.
All right. Now we've got Frank Chris Presents. They're fine. They're just fine. He's given me a list of actors. 3 of them are...
They're just fine.
Yeah, but one of them is dead. And it is the contestant's job, Ryan, to select the dead celebrity. And if he does it, he'll win what?
Tickets to see Alabama Shakes Friday, August 22nd at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater, and a 4-pack of tickets to the Salt Lake Home and Garden Show, March 7th through the 9th at Mountain America Expo Center.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, double up.
All right, Ryan, because it's a multiple personality day and dissociative identity disorder day, Frank gave me a list of actors in movies about people with personality disorders. Select the dead one, you win the prize.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you?
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. Number 1, Vera Miles. She was in The Searchers and The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, Tarzan's Hidden Jungle, The Wrong Man, Follow Me Boys. She also did a ton of TV, including The Outer Limits, Burke's Law, The 11th Hour, and The Man from U.N.C.L.E. She played Lila Crane in Psycho. Number 1, Vera Miles. Number 2, Darlene Cates. Television roles included shows Picket Fences and Touched by an Angel, and she had a small role in the made-for-TV movie Wolf Girl. She played the obese mother of a dysfunctional family in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Number 2, Darlene Cates. Number 3 is Judd Hirsch. He was on 3 successful TV shows, Taxi, Dear John, and Numbers. Also had a great movie career for Running on Empty, Independence Day, A Beautiful Mind, and The Fabelmans, among others. He was in Ordinary People, about a family torn apart by accidental death and suicide. That's Judd Hirsch. And then number 4, Ben Kingsley began his career in theater and then branched out to movies and TV. He was Gandhi in Gandhi. He won accolades for his work in Schindler's List, Bugsy, and Sexy Beast, among others. He was in a movie about psychiatric facility on Shutter Island. Number 4, Ben Kingsley. All right, Ryan, which one of those actors is dead?
Number 2.
Yep, you're right. Darlene Cates died in 2017 at the age of 69. Congratulations, Ryan. I hope you get your tire fixed.
Me too. I'm in school all day from 7 a.m. till 8:30, so
Shoot.
it's going to be a tomorrow thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, say thank you.
Thank you.
Right, hang on the line.
There he goes. Well, I've got to go check on Penn Jillette today.
Oh, what?
70 today.
I
He's
feel
pretty
like
healthy.
I don't know. He just doesn't look right
Yeah,
to me.
he's skinny. He's lost a lot of weight.
He doesn't,
Yeah, a couple of about 4 years ago.
he doesn't look healthy at all to me. I'm worried about him. Anyway, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, a friend of the program says, Big wreck, 39th South Redwood. A car ran into the cricket building. I haven't seen UDOT reporting on that, but Infiniteam sometimes gets out ahead of UDOT, so thank you for that. If you see something, say something, text it to us, 33986. See Billy Joel and Sting Friday, May 23rd at Rice Eccles Stadium. Find your tickets and more information at x96.com.
All right, KXRK Provo. We'll take a break. We'll be back after these messages with your list of things that must go.
I do.
That thing there? Okay, here we go.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
This is a list of the New York Times, our favorite facts from 2023.
Okay.
And I'll just do them randomly. They've got them separated by month. I don't know why, but so I'll just do them randomly here. There are about 6,000 vessels believed to be shipwrecked in the Great Lakes. 6,000.
The Edmund Fitzgerald?
Among them. A stretch of shoreline in Michigan with about 200 known shipwrecks is even called the graveyard of the Great Lakes. Okay.
You know, the lake, it is said, never gives up her dead.
No.
And the winds of November.
When the skies of November come early.
Come early. Or the skies, yeah.
Or something.
Let's see. Every year, millions of birds die in the United States from...
The windmills, the electric windmills, they're killing the birds.
But what do you think? What
millions of
birds die from?
Poisoning?
No. Now, I would have guessed...
Cats.
That'd be my guess, but it's not.
It's not cats.
Flying into glass windows.
Oh yeah. That's happened at my house.
What's happened here?
About a dozen times. It's happened here a few times,
Yeah. Let's see. As groundskeeper George, what's his last name? George Toma, 94, has prepared the Super Bowl field for 57 straight years.
Really?
57 straight years.
That's cool.
They fly him in to prepare the field.
I love that.
He is known as the Sod Father.
The Sod Father.
And
That's awesome.
He's also in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I love that.
Good for him.
Let's see. In 2022, a survey of dentists conducted by the American Dental Association, half reported that they had treated patients who were under the influence of marijuana or some other drug. Now, I don't know how they would determine that.
You're high.
You must be high,
That's
dude.
how, yeah.
A specimen of giant lacewing, which is a flying insect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, specimen of giant lacewing, or I'll try and say the Polycohotus panicata, a large insect from the Jurassic era that disappeared from eastern North America in the 1950s, was found in 2012 near a Walmart in Arkansas. I guess
alive?
A live one.
Huh.
Now I need to know more about that.
Yeah, that just presents more questions than answers.
Yeah. Let's see what else here. I'm just kind of jumping around on
First of
these.
all, points from Julie, who says, I love seeing you read an actual newspaper.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard because the print is really faded and it's hard to read. I don't know. The ink they've cheaped out on the ink on all
Is it
newspapers.
disappearing ink?
Well, they just cheap out on it, and it's not as vivid as it used to be. And my eyes are dimmer than they used to be as well. Let's see. The average annual income of farm workers in California is between $20,000 and $25,000 a year.
Not enough
Boy,
to live
That's
on.
nothing.
Can't in California.
Well, but they get to eat what they're,
Do you?
We're having onions again?
I don't think, yeah. Onions
always
again. Strawberries again.
Let's see what else. How many more do we have here? You want to do?
Oh, we have plenty of time. So.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see.
I'll take all the facts you have.
Over 2 million. Oh, this is just over 2 million podcasts have been created since the start of 2020.
And only 10 of them are good.
According to the database Listen Notes. So in 24 years, we've created over 20,000 podcasts. Let's see. Dashboard touchscreens
Yes.
are now integral to most modern cars, which run up to 14 times more code than a Boeing 787.
That's wrong.
Yeah, that makes me worried.
Well, I've gotten into some of these new cars with touchscreens, and I've been with my wife or one of my kids, and they go, "What? How can you? We don't need all of this stuff. What is? It's how do you?" I kind of like it myself.
I like having the map, like not on
I
your
like
phone,
having the map.
but like a big.
I like the cameras that I can see all around me, including up above me. I don't know how they do that, but it's
A
like
drone that follows.
it's like a
you
drone is following you and helps you park. I love that.
I really like the warning, backup warning.
Backup, yeah.
And the rear view mirrors that show you that there's somebody in your blind spot. All of that kind of stuff. I think I don't care for the. I turn off the sounds of, if you're going out of your lane a little bit. I don't need that thing beeping at me, and I never use that, that rumble. If you start to go out and the steering wheel starts to shake.
Ours has started doing the when the lights turn green, it alerts you.
Yeah. Or when the car ahead of you, or when the car ahead of you starts to move.
Well, if you're so busy playing with the screen or whatever it is you're doing, then the green light in front of you will go and it goes boom. There you go. Okay, yeah.
Let's see. Roughly 3 in 10 adults have been addicted to opioids or have a family member who has been. 3 in 10. That's according to a survey conducted by a health policy.
I'm surprised it's not
group.
higher, honestly.
Yeah. Let's see. 1-year-olds exposed to more than 4 hours of screen time a day, 1-year-olds, 4 hours of screen time a day, experience developmental delays in communication and problem-solving skills at
6.
Like Elaine did from Layton.
Elaine.
Yeah.
Okay.
From Layton.
Layton.
She knows to email in her things that must go. She just is saying hi via text.
Was that Lady Elaine?
I believe she is a lady, yes.
Huh.
Oh, okay. All right. From Layton.
I can't wait to hear from Mr. McFeely.
Who knows? That's in the
I don't know.
future.
I have no idea. Things That Must Go, brought to you by.
Brought to you by X96 welcomes Alabama Shakes Friday, August 22nd at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. Tickets are on sale now. You can find out more at x96.com.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
These are things that are really, really, really bugging you. You can't stand them anymore. And so you say, I know what I'll do. I'll send my things that must go to Radio from Hell. Maybe if they read mine on the air, it'll make me feel better. And, we get reports occasionally that if we read your must go on the air, that often they disappear from your life magically. So just send your must goes to Radio from Hell at x96.com. Put must go in the subject line, and we'll try and get to it. I'll begin. This one says, good morning, Lords. You may use my name. Okay. I will, Zane. Oh, it's Zane. I got a new license plate, and I had to get rid of my Utah license plate. Now I have a boring-ass Texas license plate with the expiration tags on my windshield. Not knowing if the annoying beeping noise is going to make a comeback tour. I think he means the phones. People who call in and say, Lords and Lady, Gina is a lord of morning radio. Number 4, people who don't wash their hands after using the restroom. That's gross.
Yes.
And number 5, my fart getting stuck sometimes.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Lord Zane. Sorry that happens to you, Zane. It'd be very painful. Hello, Lord. Yes, you can use my name. It's Mike in Idaho Falls. Because your show would never work outside of Utah. Dairy colors not matching from store to store. I shop at a market close to my house and another store close to my work. The low-fat or 1% options of milk and cottage cheese at one store are yellow caps and labels. The other store is green, but then also sometimes blue. I mean, can't we just agree on a uniform color code system no matter what the store chain?
Yeah, because if you think, yellow means this, and you don't necessarily read the...
Maybe, but I'm sure that Elon's fired whoever's in charge of that. So,
I might suggest, though, Mike, read the label. Just don't blindly grab by color. Hey, guys, snowboard coach Pat here. Layton area, things that have to go. Roommates using work as an excuse not to do anything around the house but play video games all day. And Tesla trucks for looking like the first rough draft stage of a truck.
That is what they look like. They're not quite finished.
Well, they look like they were designed by an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
And they're really not quite finished, apparently. Yeah. All right, that's it. Gina?
Let's see. Please don't use my name. Being late to work on purpose Wednesday morning so I can listen to things that must go in my car in the parking lot. You're listening now, whoever you are. Good morning. The letter I that sticks on my keyboard when my name, password, name of business, and the school district all use multiple I's.
Oh, no.
The vibrating plastic something in my car that's right next to my left ear, and I can't find it or get rid of it. That's horrible. So you turn up the radio louder so you don't notice it. Unnecessary professional development meetings for teachers. I'm already professionally developed after 32 years of teaching. I'm retiring at the end of the school year. I will miss my students, but not all of those meetings. Let's see. Things that must go. People still sagging their pants in 2025. People that keep their hand on their shifter like they're driving a stick shift car. I miss the stick shift, and I like keeping my hand there.
I can sell you a stick shift.
Are you? Oh, your Mini.
My Mini. I can sell that to you.
You're getting out of your Mini?
In a while.
Let's see. Parents who don't watch their kids must go. This week I had to reunite a 5-year-old that was wandering outside the library while her mom was inside watching TikTok. Let's see. And finally this. Please don't use my name. Here are my must-goes as a tax accountant trying to survive tax season. I am not the reason you owe taxes. Mm-hmm. I did not write the tax code or fill out your W-4. I will do my best to give you strategies to help with your taxes in the future, but I cannot change anything this year. It's too late. Just because I'm an accountant doesn't make me a Republican. Stop speaking to me as I should agree with your BS that you're saying. And FYI, a new Republican budget plan will hurt the majority of Americans, so good luck with that.
Yeah.
Clients who make a donation to the Heritage Foundation, I instantly lose respect for you. And rich clients, a.k.a. people making more than $1 million a year, complaining about their tax bill and how they can't buy their third house in Hawaii. Shut the hug up. We are not the same. Thanks for making these things go.
Wow. Let's see, this one from Carl. What must go is people that exclaim the words, "It's great," or "the best ever," when they're telling you about a movie or a TV show that they just watched. That's your opinion, and that's okay. What is not okay is when you make the other person feel bad because they do not share your enthusiasm about said movie or TV show.
Yeah.
I get that you love it. That's great. But why does it have to become a you're wrong and I'm right conversation? I decided years ago, after watching two guys I know get into a verbal altercation at FanX because one was saying he liked a movie, the other thought it was terrible, that I had to approach this subject in a better way. And now when I'm asked what I thought about a movie or TV show that I've either watched before or after them, I just respond with either "I enjoyed it, but you may not," or "I didn't really care for it, but I'm glad you enjoyed it." There are too many bad things going on in this world to be arguing over what is best and what isn't, according to you.
Amen.
Thank you for letting me get this off my chest, Carl. Eric says, feel free to use my name, people leaving the gas pump handle locked in the on position when returning it to the pump.
Yeah.
I've not encountered that.
It can start flowing without you realizing it. And, yeah.
Of course, I haven't been to the gas station in a very long time. So, this one from Tracy. Looky-loos. People, when someone is pulled over or there's an accident, you don't have to slow down to gawk. You will potentially cause more accident, you fools. Full-grown adults that still pout to get their way and then lie to other people about what really happened so they can turn everyone against that person that didn't give you your way. Okay. Coworkers that say they didn't report you to compliance and then sit in the office and repeatedly say things about this policy and the policy about how certain team members need to be reported to HR or higher bosses than they are.
Oh, it's you. You're totally doing
That's from Tracy. And finally, one from me. You know, just because a meeting's scheduled doesn't mean we have to have it.
If there's nothing
to talk about, it doesn't mean we have to have the meeting. All right, we can just say no to the meeting. It's okay.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
Well, things are looking pretty good. I'm on the UDOT website, and it doesn't look like we have any major slowdowns or accidents to tell you about. Perhaps you're seeing something that you think everybody should know about this. Well, text us and let us know what you're seeing. 33986.
All right, we've got some voter candidates for you. Here are the candidates you'll vote for. Number 1, well, this ought to speed things up. Number 2, a unique new defensive play in high school basketball. And number 3, and then Elon blew him a kiss.
Oh, all right. Boner of the day, big boy news, all coming up after these messages and a song. Stand by for that. randlife.com/x96.
Well, if you've been dreaming of a new home, but you're worried about finding the right mortgage rate, dream no more. Don't dream anymore, little sleepyhead. Rand Life Home Loans has got you covered. Rand Life has just slashed their floor rate to a scorching 3.25%. That's 3.25% on a 3-in-1 adjustable rate mortgage for FHA and VA loans. That's right, 3.25%, which is based on a 5.983% APR. Now, what does that mean for you? It means serious purchasing power. You could potentially borrow up to $190,000 more to snag your home, a bigger house, a better location. Finally getting the gourmet kitchen you've wanted. It's all within reach for you, baby. Don't wait. Turn your dream into an address with Rand Life. Visit randlife.com/x96. Learn more about their incredible new low rates. That's randlife.com/x96. Let Rand Life help you unlock the door to your perfect home.
Listen up, Radio from Hell podcast listeners. For Jonesy.
Yes. Got your daughter.
Yes.
I think.
And this was our Oregon trip.
Oregon?
To look at Reed College.
That's where hippies go.
It is very liberal.
Sounds like she'll fit right in.
Hippies.
In fact, so you make appointments at these schools for you take a tour, usually a student-led tour. And the Reed College student-led tour, a girl named Ariel gave us the tour, and she was telling us all of the great things about the school, but here's all the extracurricular stuff you can do here. We have a campus radio station.
Oh.
And I kept my mouth closed because this is not about me. We are here.
All right.
What would you have said?
But I wanted to go see it, and I wanted to say, I used to do college radio at the U at KU.
And then Ariel would have thought, thanks, Granny.
So I asked her about her. So, what kind of radio show do you? She said, my friend and I do a show called The Pirate Girls, and we only play sea shanties.
Sea shanties?
There's Reed College right there in a nutshell.
It's for you, Katie. You would love it. It's Katie's college radio too.
It's very niche programming.
It's very
is what
niche.
It is. It's yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know there were enough sea shanties too.
Oh, I'm sure you can find them.
Yeah.
But you go on these college tours, and it's fun to look at the parents and the kids, and how much the kids look like the parents. You can pair them up and go, I know exactly who goes with who here. They stand the same. They walk the same.
Yeah, you guys do.
It's.
I've noticed that.
In the biggest storm I'd ever seen, we almost lost our way. When a call came from a deckhand, boys, I think she's going down. But don't you fear, there's enough from here to drink until we drown. What shall we do with a
drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Sea shanties.
Yep.
And Portland.
Yes.
My own observation. So it's been 7 years since I've been there. Remember when I used to go every year?
Used to go all the time. Yeah.
We haven't been in a while.
Yeah.
That's because you like the donuts there, right?
The donuts are good there. Not a post-apocalyptic hellscape.
But Fox News told me that it's a liberal city, and it's
I didn't trip over any heroin addicts, not once. It was downtown. They were washing the sidewalks early in the morning. There were no. I saw a few tents, like off the freeway, kind of under an overpass.
Homeless camps.
Yeah, but not. It was lovely, and the people were great. I feel like we're hearing the worst of.
Or Fox News lied to me when they said that Portland was a war-torn hellscape.
Yeah,
I haven't heard much about Portland at all, one way or the other lately.
Oh yeah, it's Portland and Seattle and San Francisco. Those are the ones where
they always hit those.
Keep hearing. It was beautiful while we were there. So we went to Reed College. We went to University of Portland, Lewis and Clark, and then we went down to Eugene to go to University of Oregon. Go Ducks!
That's where Nike is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that?
Oh yeah, it's all about all about the
Nike headquarters.
An interesting thing at University of Oregon. Well, you go to the tour, and they have a student welcome center. They say, "Oh, before we go on the tour, our restrooms are over here," and they just say, "The restrooms are over here," not the men's room is here or the women's bathroom. Mm-hmm. They just have stalls with locks on them.
That's fine. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. Nobody.
But what about the terror of
nothing happens? Nothing bad happens.
Men and women being in the same bathroom together.
You go in a little room and lock the door, and it's just you and.
But that's apparently a bad thing. I've been told by Fox News that you can't do that.
Like why don't we just do these everywhere, and then we can stop arguing about this?
You know how when I went to college, how we did the college tour shopping thing. My mother drove me up to Weber State and said, "Get out."
No, this is the whole thing. You go, there's an interview, and and we're giving her all these options because there's different programs at different schools that she's interested in. She wants to be a child mental health therapist.
Well, and she better not go to Reed.
Why?
I told you that story. I forget who I knew that had gone there and said, yeah, one of the classes they offered, or one of the extracurricular things, was you could butcher a cow. You could do the whole thing and get, Yeah, it was part. I just thought that was.
You got to learn how to do that.
Well, of course you do.
I mean, you don't have to learn how to do it.
I think it was an optional.
It was probably not a required.
And they didn't have grades.
Yeah, it's.
They still do that. They don't have grades.
So
they'll have an evaluation.
For parts of things, you have grades, but for other things, you don't have grades.
And then they teach you to walk and stand like your family. are things that they do.
The students are interesting, though. Like when we went to St. Mary's in California, everywhere on campus, it was like okay, we're going to cast for the right students to be placed at different points on campus as we walk through for this person to have a good experience. Because everywhere you went, people went, "Oh, you're here to tour? Oh, we hope you really like it here. It's so nice to see you. Nice to meet you." You go to Reed, and we were on the tour, and there were people walking behind us going, "It's a tour. They always walk so slow."
Hey, you hippies in a hurry to go somewhere?
Get out of the way.
You hippies in a hurry to go butcher your cow?
The first thing they ask is, "Hey, you play hacky sack?"
Yeah, there's a lot of hacky sack. It's really interesting to go see these different schools and how different they.
And the students do look different on each campus.
The students are different. You get a different.
You mean these liberal indoctrination centers? Why is it when people get more educated, they vote Democrat? I don't understand that.
You walk on the Reed campus and you go, "That's patchouli I smell, isn't it?"
Yep, that is what it smells like.
Patchouli oil.
It's beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Is it?
Beautiful.
What town is it in?
Portland.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Reed College.
Somebody says David James' daughter attends Reed.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the sports yeller,
I
David
guess
James?
So. Yeah.
Yeah, she's up there getting her liberal indoctrination. David James yelling the sports. I'm still stuck on the sea shanty show.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Food was always bad, but now I joined the Navy. I'm aboard a man of war, and now I found the sailor ain't the sailor anymore. Don't haul on the rope, don't climb up the mast. If you see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your
It's happy music.
Well, not always, but
no.
Because
on this day in 1970, John Frusciante, guitarist for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, was born.
All right. Time now for Boner of the Day. 3 news stories. These will be examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. You will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst. Which one deserves to be Boner of the Day for today, March 5, 2025. We'll give you 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote. One of you lucky random Boner voters will receive.
I can't buy it. Got to win it. Radio from Hell Boner t-shirt.
Boner candidate number 1. Well, this ought to speed things up. A man and a woman about to miss a flight to Mexico at Miami International Airport thought that they could speed things along by hurling a cup of coffee at the face of an American Airlines worker.
Yeah, that always helps.
When their coffee tantrum didn't seem to work, they tried to force their way onto the plane, but much to their surprise, the would-be passengers were arrested instead. The couple.
They really thought that they could just do this and then get on the plane and go?
Yep. They were arrested at Miami International Airport. They tried to force their way onto the plane. They were charged with resisting an officer without violence and trespassing. A spokesman said that they really thought that by throwing coffee in the face of the airport worker, they would be able to get on the plane.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Now that you've thrown coffee on me, I realize that I should let you on the plane.
Boner candidate number 1. Well, this ought to speed things up. Not so much. Here's Boner candidate number 2. And if you watch the video of this, it's just flagrant. A unique new defensive play in high school basketball. Ben Mirgon, a sophomore for Hilliard Brantley High School, was part of a losing squad, and during the loss, he was also the victim of a real cheap shot. During the game, right after passing the ball, Migron took a punch right to the groin from a defender.
It's not an accident. He winds up and just go. I mean, it is obvious what he is doing.
Yeah, just slams his fist right into the guy's nuts.
Wow.
The defense was only given a technical foul instead of a flagrant foul and an ejection. I don't understand that at all. According to Greg Glauser, a high school reporter in Ohio, Mr. Migron had to go to the bench due to the punch to his testicles. On Sunday morning, Mr. Migron sent out a post that said he was still struggling with pain. Migron wrote that the foul was a big momentum swing for Reynoldsburg, and it occurred right after Ben hit back-to-back threes. So he had made 2 3-pointers right in a row, and that was just too much for the other guy, I guess. And
they had to take him out. Huh?
Migron passes the ball, and the other guy just winds up and socks him right in the crotch. Boner candidate number 2, a unique new defensive play in high school basketball. Coming up in a moment, Boner candidate number 3, and then Elon blew him a kiss.
Boner candidate number 3 coming up after this. Big Boy News and Opinioendo brought to you by
Feldman's Deli, Utah's authentic Jewish deli with expanded hours, now open Tuesday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Breakfast till 10:30, lunch, dinner, live music Fridays and Saturdays. More information at feldmansdeli.com.
Well, this Gene Hackman situation is very odd. There are lots of unanswered questions, and it's a mystery. And I think Gina's been following it closely. What's going on right now?
Yeah, the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office reportedly incorrectly identified which of Gene Hackman and wife Betsy's dogs were found dead with the couple in their home. Initial reports by sheriff's investigators included a detail that they had found, quote, a deceased brown and colored German Shepherd, a description matching the couple's beloved German Shepherd Bear. But Bear was alive and perfectly healthy, found at a local pet daycare facility, along with Nikita, the couple's 7-year-old Akita. Nikita the Akita?
Yeah.
Shepherd mix. The dog who actually died in the home was a 12-year-old Australian mixed breed named Zinnia, who was trained with agility skills and hopes to one day compete at the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. Her body was found in a closed crate in the couple's sprawling multi-million-dollar estate. So they said that our deputies don't deal with canines on a daily basis and can't, but how they didn't know that was...
Well, I mean, this sort of just points to they're not very good at assessing crime scenes in general.
I mean, they're kind of having. Although I maintain there's no foul play here. There's no suicide here. There's
Really?
no. I think this was a series of unfortunate events. I think Betsy had a heart attack or something in the bathroom, and Gene was coming to help her, and he fell down, and they both died close together for different reasons.
They did say they found a slight evidence of a gas leak in the home, but it was so minor that it could not have caused it.
But I'll keep following this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious.
One of the most contagious viruses in the world is spreading around the United States. So far in 2025, there have been 3 distinct measles outbreaks and at least 164 cases now reported to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, coming from 9 different states. The largest outbreak is in West Texas, where the total number of measles diagnoses grew to 146 on Friday. An unvaccinated child in that region died last week. It was the first measles death in the U.S. since 2015. Now, while the focus in recent weeks has been on Texas, 8 other states have confirmed cases of measles. 9 cases have been confirmed in New Mexico and Lea County. At least 1 case has been confirmed in Alaska, California, Georgia, Kentucky, New Jersey, New York, and Rhode Island. 20% of the reported cases have required hospitalization. Most of those infected have been children. And what does RFK Jr. say about all of this? Excuse me. He's caused alarm among pediatricians, vaccine experts, and lawmakers with an opinion piece that focuses on vitamin A and nutrition as a treatment for measles.
Oh, my God.
In a response to the measles outbreak, which has resulted in that child's death, Kennedy wrote for Fox News about the benefits of good nutrition and vitamin A, and did not explicitly recommend highly effective vaccines. Quote, in fact, relying on vitamin A instead of the vaccine is not only dangerous and ineffective, but it puts children at serious risk, said Dr. Sue Cressley, the president of the American Academy of Pediatrics. Measles, of course, one of the most infectious diseases in the world.
I like this. There are more measles cases in Texas right now than there are transgender athletes in the entire country.
Exactly.
So what's important?
Exactly. Vitamin A.
Funding for a domestic violence program that advocates claim saves lives here in Utah and holds abusers accountable is at stake ahead. Is at stake ahead of the end of this year's legislative session. Haley Lichty is a forensic nurse who believes the program is critical to victims who have experienced strangulation, because victims of that specific crime are 7 times more likely to become victim of homicide. Lichty considers caring for others her life's purpose. They came and spoke to us about forensic nursing, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's it for me. That's my calling. But it's there's a program that deals with this, strangulation in particular, as as something that some people seem to want to do during.
It's a precursor. It's a little hint of things to come. Maybe if you're willing to do that, if you're willing to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And their programs it's not a big budget program. It's they'd requested $260,000 for the program this year, but there are reports that they're not going to get that money and the program will die. Representative Melanie Stansbury held up a small sign as a protest during Trump's speech last night to Congress. Trump delivered his first major speech of his second term. Other Democratic members wore black or pink clothing along with blue and yellow scarves or pins to show support for Ukraine. After the cabinet had entered, Trump's entrance was announced, and he began walking down the aisle, greeting and shaking hands with members, mostly on the Republican side. The camera showed Representative Stansbury, dressed in bright pink, holding up a small handwritten sign that said, "This is not normal." She did not appear to be saying anything and stood still with her sign visible to the TV audience. But as Trump passed by, Representative Lance Gooden leaned over the aisle. He's a Republican from Texas. Leaned over the aisle, ripped the sign out of her hands, and threw it in the air.
Jesus.
So there.
Sitting there, just a silent protest, not harming anybody. That's all about your free speech
right.
there. These are your free speech advocates.
Shoppers could see higher produce prices within a matter of days after the 25% tariff on Mexican and Canadian imports took effect yesterday.
Yep.
That's according to Target CEO Brian Cornell, as the levies sparked retaliatory measures from Canada and China and fears of a trade war. The egg prices continuing to climb, and people are considering backyard chickens as a way to secure their own egg supply. But there's another business that's kind of springing up.
Yep.
Wendy Highland rents chickens to people.
Oh.
She says, you get to experience having chickens, taking care of them, but when it's cold, they will come and pick them up. You don't have to worry about it. Highland rents her chickens through Rent the Chicken, a company that provides temporary backyard flocks, including shelter, food, supplies, and even treats for the chickens. The program also allows participants to chicken out if they decide that backyard.
Out. Yeah.
I'm telling you, after all of this money that you're spending renting chickens, you might as well just buy the eggs at the grocery store.
Yeah, I don't know what the price is exactly, but let's see now.
It can't be cheap. I mean,
it says you can rent 2 hens for 6 months for $545.
Exactly.
4 hens, $795. The 4-hen package would provide about 48 dozen eggs over the rental period, which is about the same amount, roughly the same amount that would cost $480 at the grocery store. So you are saving money. $480.
Factor in a shelter, cleaning up their poop.
Yep, but they do it. They do it all for you. There's a company based in Washington that's recalling its frozen raw pet food for cats over concerns of being contaminated with avian flu. The recall includes Wild Coast Raw's 16-ounce, 24-ounce frozen boneless free-range chicken formula, which was distributed to pet food retailers. This was only in Washington and Oregon, so. But it's contaminated and it's
something
killing.
To be aware of.
Yeah. Celebrity Bear Lake eagles, 2 bald eagles, Jackie and Shadow, have produced offspring. These are friends of Big Bear Valley. Announced overnight that one of the eagles coupled 3 eggs. They had 3 eggs, and now they have hatchlings.
You can see it at x96.com/live.
They're just they're little ugly little things.
They are. They're at the ugly, awkward stage. Yeah.
And I like this headline. I haven't really read the story, and we won't have time to go into it. Ancient skeleton found in remote cave could rewrite human history.
Wow.
No, I don't believe a skeleton could rewrite human history. I don't think a skeleton can write, unless it's Frank Christ, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Weather, traffic.
Well, storm system will bring 1 to 2 feet of mountain snow from Wednesday afternoon through Friday for most of Utah's mountains. Rain likely mostly in the valleys, but the higher elevation valleys along with the southwestern Wyoming going to receive some accumulating snow. Looks like mainly after 2 p.m. today is when we're going to start seeing at least the rain down here in the valley. And it will be rain because 53 for a high today. Overnight low 40. 100% chance of showers overnight tonight into tomorrow. Traffic, let's see. We've got anything to tell you about. Fiber optic cable repair at the intersection of 19th West, 5600 South in Roy is traffic backed up for a couple miles in all directions. Schools are also closed in the area due to the internet outage. I saw that. I thought Bill might address that in the news. It's a big outage.
Where I don't know about it. Where is it?
Weber County schools. I don't know how many of them, but several of them are closed due to this issue. And apparently they're working on it, and that is closing down some roads due to traffic. So be aware of that. That's traffic.
Here's boner candidate number 3. And then Elon blew him a kiss. Democratic lawmakers didn't have a lot to smile about during President Trump's speech last night, except one moment which caused them to laugh openly. And I don't think Trump even realizes the irony of what he says. He said, "The days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over." I would be quick to point out Trump put Elon Musk, who's not elected, in charge of things, large portions of dismantling the federal government. Musk and his Doge team have, in effect, become a shadow bureaucracy, making decisions impacting millions of federal dollars, billions in federal dollars, millions of workers, all things that had been allocated by an elected Congress. Elon Musk has not been elected to anything, but Trump could stand up there and say, "The days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over." Now, it seems to me they're just beginning.
Yes.
That's boner candidate number 3. And then Elon blew him a kiss.
All right. Let's review the first two and vote.
Boner candidate number 1. Well, this ought to speed things up. You know, we got to get on that plane. That's why a man and a woman who were about to miss their flight to Mexico threw a cup of coffee at the face of an American Airlines worker. But that won't get us on the plane faster? Boner candidate number 2, a unique new defensive play in high school basketball. You just slug your opponent right in the crotch. And that's what he did. Just hauled off and smacked him in the nuts. And boner candidate number 3, and then Elon blew him a kiss.
There you go. All right. Time to vote for boner of the day. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number. Which one do you think is the worst? Which one should win boner of the day today? 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number. Put that single digit in the message of a text and then text that to 33986. Or you can call Katie in the producer's booth. She'll take your live vocal vote at 877-602-9696. Or go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner of the Day, March 5, 2025. Click and vote. If you don't see that box, refresh your browser. It'll appear. Click and vote. All right, you got about 300 seconds to get your vote in, so let's go. This is Boner of the Day.
The Prince of Pain, he was called. He had died yesterday. He was 76 years old. Richard Lewis, who said, "I'm paranoid about everything in my life, even at home. On my stationary bike, I have a rear view mirror," which I'm not thrilled about. To Jimmy Kimmel, he said this morning, I tried to go to bed. I couldn't sleep. I counted sheep, but I only had 6 of them, and they all had hip replacements. He was a funny guy. We had 2 encounters with Richard Lewis.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the order. I think the first time was at a convention.
Yes.
And we just saw him do stand-up there.
We saw him perform.
And he was really good.
Amazing.
I mean, I had always thought of he's okay, you know. But when you see him live, I don't know. There was something different about it. It was great. And then sometime later, he was on our show.
I have thank you, Atropos, who used to keep track of these things. It was May 14th, 2010.
Yeah, read that little snippet.
This says, you should really listen to this segment. It's just too hard to describe. Some highlights. Richard Lewis coined the phrase "from hell," like the airline flight from hell, the semester from hell, etc. So Radio from Hell is an homage to him. Yeah. Richard Lewis had some great repartee with Dr. Goldstein. He was a therapist we used to have on the show.
Child psychologist.
Please just go listen to this. It's amazingly funny. And somehow Carrie has found...
I found audio and video. If you go to YouTube and search Richard Lewis on Radio from Hell, it'll come up.
And
it's just 2 minutes.
I don't remember a video camera in there. Somebody must have used their phone.
This is just on someone's phone or someone's video camera. So it's not the audio from the board. It's audio from the room. So that's why it sounds kind of echoey. But this was just a little bit of Richard Lewis on our show.
This is May 14th, 2010.
Yeah.
I don't drive in, and well, if it's really bad, I drive in. But I basically terminated.
But I mean, you were
30 years I went.
Yeah, and I mean, like more than once a week, even, right?
Easy.
Talking about going to therapy.
Easy, but you got so sick of me. You know, when a therapist and doctor, if you hear the same old crap from patient. Don't you get like, oh, enough of this clown? I mean, you get the money, I know, and you rip everyone off, but still.
I tell them to come back when they have something interesting to tell me.
What did your mother do? That's good. Well, we'll pick up next week on that. Where's your check? Sure, you're gonna mail it to me now? Give me cold cash, moron. I used to pay in quarters to get even. Quarter rolls. Thousands of quarter rolls.
Thousands.
I once did a gig back in Pittsburgh, and I was like 24, and I was told by the comics in New York, because I started in New York, they don't give you the checks bounce. It's true. Yeah. I mean, if you're married, you don't have any children. If you have children, it's different. But if you don't, and you got a lot of crap behind the closets, you know, you should deconstruct it on your own. You made it, you know.
What'd you do with all your stuff?
I threw, you know what? It was so much stuff. I mean, tons. I saved everything, all the gigs, I was going to put in archives. I went, you know what? Who cares? Life's, you know, it's short. So I took thousands of garbage pails, and when I had stuff around the house, I didn't even look at one thing.
You threw it away?
Everything, every cassette, every TV show. I didn't care anymore.
You should have donated it to Ohio State.
No way. You know what you do in your archives? Why they're even famous, like painters who made billions? They charge you, not just Ohio State, they charge you. Like, let's say I give them a VHS of a Tonight Show from '74. They go, all right, we made a copy. It's $12. Or when I'm giving you, they charge you for everything. It's not just Ohio State. Colleges do this. So, like in a lot of basements, there'll be like Salvador Dali letters that, you know, the family says, I'm not going to pay it. We gave you the letters. You know, why should we pay for Xeroxing? You know.
Anyway.
And I had the joy of being DM'd by Richard Lewis.
He DM'd you. I thought he just retweeted
No.
it or something. Yeah.
He, I had posted that picture, which Katie's put up at x96.com/live of him. I did a post on that. I think when he announced his Parkinson's diagnosis, I posted a little thing about him with that picture, and he DM'd me, and he said, Radio from Hell, love the name. Oh, by the way, you owe me $12 million. Just forget it.
We talked about it when he was with us on the air.
We confessed.
You know, we said we obviously took that because he always talked about his girlfriend from hell.
Yeah.
Well, and I sent you, Bill. I don't know if you read it.
I've got it right here.
He.
33986.
All right. It's 7:47. Time to award Boner of the Day.
And the Boner of the Day is brought to you in part by Jambalaya.
And Squatter's Corner Pub, now open at Valley Fair Mall. Corner Pub carries on the tradition of the iconic Squatters downtown, serving lunch and dinner daily with brunch on weekends, pouring the best local beer. Stop by Squatter's Corner Pub in West Valley today.
Well, Boner candidate number 1 and number 2. This ought to speed things up, and a unique new defensive play in high school basketball. I thought number 2, the guy getting punched in the nads, as they say, should have gotten a lot more votes than it did.
Nope. Came in third.
31 votes, came in third. The winner, of course, was Boner candidate number 3, and then he blew Elon a kiss, or Elon blew him, or maybe they blew each other.
I don't know.
A kiss. Almost 200 votes, 198 votes, wins Boner of the Day.
That's your Boner of the Day for today, March 5, 2025. Now qualified to be Boner of the Week. That'll be decided on Friday when Dave the Flower Guy comes in here at about 9:50 and just says, "Here's who your Boner of the Week is, folks.
Here's what's what.
Here's where it's going."
So
I hope I'm back in the studio by then.
Should we try a hello, yeah, what here? Attempt it, see if we technically can do it with Bill being home?
Yeah, that's the problem is I've been getting echo whenever we go to the phone, so we'll see. It might work. 877. You be a part of this bold radio experiment. 877-602-9696. I say it's a bold experiment because we risk alienating at least half of our audience by doing it. 877-602-9696. It's...
Hello, yeah, what?
It's questions, comments, criticisms, jokes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, just chat. You can yell at us if you want. Whatever you feel compelled to do. It's 877-602-9696.
Now, when you said you had jambalaya for dinner, Bill,
Yeah.
I thought what you were going to say is the picture you sent me last night.
Oh, the hot toddy?
You had a hot toddy. Is that Joe's recipe for hot toddy?
No, I made a simpler one than that.
Well, you'd be feeling better if you had Joe's hot toddy recipe.
It made me feel. This one made me feel pretty good because it made me drunk. And I had it in my wake up Ogden and smell the dog food mug. I was in Ogden last Saturday, and as I was leaving town, I went out of town on 30th Street to get onto the, and sure, you're driving right toward the dog food plant, and sure enough, the air was redolent of kibble.
Hello, yeah, what?
Smells like home, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's give this a try.
Okay.
This is Brenda.
Brenda, good morning.
Hello, yeah, what?
Now, I don't hear an echo. Brenda, can you?
I just want to announce there's a store opening in Layton, Utah.
Uh-huh.
Thrifting
Now,
Simply
what is it?
at 717 North Main Street.
What's the store?
See,
Yes,
she
she
can't
can't
hear.
Yeah.
She can't hear
No.
Bill.
I'm
In
sorry.
order for her to hear
Yeah.
you, I have to do this, Bill.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the echo.
Yeah.
Brenda, what's the name of the store?
Thrifting Simply.
Thrifting Simply.
Now, can you hear her?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I could hear Gina.
No, I'm asking. Yeah.
This is
where we're
you see,
at.
this is a bold radio experiment.
Yeah.
So
This is where we're at.
Thrifting Simply, is it like just a secondhand store?
Yeah, it is. It's a secondhand store, veteran-owned,
Veteran-owned. Cool.
and it's in Layton.
Excellent.
In Layton. All right. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's
Hello, yeah, what?
try to continue this with Braden.
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 Hello, yeah, what?
I don't think Braden can hear us.
Braden?
I don't know that we're going to be able to do this.
Braden should be able to hear us.
Braden?
I think Braden gave up. Let's try Braden again. There he is.
Braden, are you there?
Hello.
What's up?
I can hear everyone.
Okay, good.
Okay, what's up?
Just wanted to make a comment about the Power Station song that you guys played this morning. It reminds me of the Family Guy Star Wars parody.
What part?
I can't remember which one that they're making fun of, but it's when they're trying to take out the power station.
And then they play
And
that
they-
song in it, yeah.
They use that song?
Yes, and every time I hear it, I immediately think of that.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank
Well,
you.
thanks, Braden.
We'll have to see if we can find it.
All right.
Yes, have a great day.
Bye-bye. Let's go to Ranger Kate. Hello.
Hi, Kate.
Hello, yeah,
Hi.
what?
Yeah.
I can hear you guys,
Okay, great.
Okay, good. What's up?
although I am echoey, but that's okay.
I don't know why.
Anyway, wanted to talk about Canada. I'm actually nervous to go on a national park trip for first time ever because I'm afraid of being treated like crap by the Canadians.
No, you know what? There was a really great press conference that Justin Trudeau gave yesterday where he...
I need to watch that.
Yeah, where he says, you know what, when Canadians are booing the American national anthem at the hockey games and
Yeah.
stuff... he
Know that
said-
we're not booing you
Yeah,
personally.
he said, the American people, we know it's not you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you'll be okay, Kate.
Although I
Get
understand...
a shirt made that said, "It's not me, it's him."
Yeah, Kate, I understand the Canadian Bears are very upset now. So.
Oh, great! I'll take extra bear spray.
Yeah.
All right.
I think you'll be okay. Well, let us know how it is when you get back.
It's not till June.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll know more about how foreign travel is doing here soon enough, whether we're welcomed or not.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, on the way. Thank you, Ranger Kate. All right, let's go to Scott. Hello, Scott.
Hey, guys, have you guys ever heard of a band called The Warnings?
The Warnings, no.
They're like a power rock trio from Monterrey, Mexico.
Why should we
They're
pay
three
attention
sisters.
to that?
Go listen to a song like Choke or More,
Okay.
and then you'll understand.
Where did you come across them?
I found them on YouTube. When
Yeah,
they were like really little, they did a cover of Enter Sandman by Metallica that blew up, and it has like 26 million views now.
The Warning is a
About a
Mexican
decade
rock
later.
band. Yeah, they've released 4 albums. They've been around a while, it looks like.
I would play them, but we would get kicked off YouTube. So I
okay.
can't, so.
We'll check them out, though. Thanks.
So many restrictions. Thank you, though. All right. Well, let's take a break and see what happens here. I've been trying to push buttons.
Yeah.
Back and forth to stop the echo for you.
Perhaps we could get some professional help in here.
Yeah,
to
apparently
do
there's
this.
an echo for the callers now.
Perhaps we could get some.
Is there a professional in the building?
I'm just putting it out there that maybe there's some.
There is not. All right. Well, we'll take a break and we'll be back. Traffic, please, Gina.
Looks like there's quite a bit of slowage northbound I-15 coming out of Lehigh and going around Point of the Mountain. And just so we remind you about the issue happening up in Weber County, there's some contractor, and I sent Bill this story, I'm sure he'll do it in the news. Contractor accidentally dug up a fiber optic cable, and it's causing issues for traffic as on 5600 South and Roy, as well as that's affecting schools up in that area.
Here are the schools that are closed. Roy High School, Sandridge Junior High, Roy Junior High, Freedom Elementary School, Roy Elementary School, Hooper Elementary, and Municipal. What a bad name for a school. Municipal Elementary School, though. They're all closed at this point.
Text us if you're seeing something. 33986 is where you do that. Why spend stupid ticket prices for concerts when you can experience great live music for much less at Salt Lake's coolest, most intimate venues? Check out Pigeons Playing Ping Pong with guest Squeaky Feet Tuesday, March 11th at the Stateroom. Get tickets at thestateroompresents.com.
All right. Thank you very much. We will take a break. We will be back after these messages with something. Wish I knew. Okay. Hoops Vision Correction, HOOPES Vision.com.
Well, it's springtime and people start getting adventurous. They want to go on spring break. They want to go swimming and hiking. And I told you that story yesterday about Lake Powell. True story. I was at Lake Powell. $300 pair of prescription sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
I love those glasses, and they are now at the bottom of Lake Powell. So if I'd only gone to Hoops before that,
exactly,
I wouldn't have.
You could have bought just some inexpensive sunglasses, and they'd be at the bottom of the lake.
Yeah, but that's fine. Hoops Vision. Carrie and I have both done this. It's a simple procedure. It's the wave front LASIK procedure. No pain. It takes 15, 20 minutes, something like that, and you get rid of your glasses and contact lenses forever. So why don't? Oh, and right now $800 off the procedure, the wavefront laser procedure.
That's a deal.
So call them 877-30 LASIK, or you can make your appointment online hoopsvision.com.
Needs.
With it, if you play, beat Gina, that's for sure.
Oh.
Beat Gina now. I'm Johnny Ola, Beat Gina announcer extraordinaire. Ladies, has this ever happened to you?
What?
You see a rodent in the kitchen and you exclaim, "Eek, a mouse!"
Yes, that has happened to me.
And then you jump up on a chair.
Yes.
Well, jumping on a chair won't help.
Oh.
But Decon Mouseproof will. Mouseproof is the amazing mouse killer that's most effective. It has twice as much mouse-killing ingredients as other leading brands. And this ingredient is recommended by the U.S. government. Cleanest and easiest. Just pull the tab and the bait feeds automatically. Safe. Contains no violent poisons when used as directed. Safe around children and pets. Good housekeeping approved. It outsells all others combined. Decon Mouseproof. It kills mice. And now, here's a man who's always said, a friend in need is a friend who needs something. Your host, Harry Jackson.
Thank you, Johnny Ola.
You're welcome.
All right, the randomizer has picked a contestant. Gina, you'll be going against Becky.
Hi, Becky.
Hello, Becky.
Hi.
All right, Becky, we're going to toss a coin, see who goes first. It will give you an advantage. Call it heads or tails.
Heads.
All right. It is tails, Gina Barbera.
Oh, Becky, you're one step further away from winning these tickets to
darn.
Fest.
Well, there you go, Becky. That means that Gina gets the first question. She can answer it all on her own, get the point. But if she does not get the point, I'm going to allow you to answer the question correctly and steal that point away from her. We'll go back and forth like that until one of you has 3 points. Now, it's not looking good for you right now, Becky. If Gina beats you, what are you prepared to do in her name?
Donate $20 to the road home.
All right, there you go. What we've done is we've got Cruella de Vil trivia. The Cruella movie was released on this day in 2019, but we're going to go back and forth between 101 Dalmatians and the Cruella movie.
All right.
Cruella de Vil trivia. First question for Gina Barberi. What 2 things are missing in Cruella that are in the original animated movie? Is it 1, Cruella's cars? 2, she microwaves her ice cream to make it soupy? 3, Cruella's smoking and fur obsession? Or 4, Cruella dunks her Oreos in water?
That's gross. Her smoking and fur.
Smoking and fur obsession.
All right, that's a point for Gina. Your turn, Becky.
Okay.
Becky, in the original draft for the animated 101 Dalmatians, Cruella owned what animal? Yes, she had pets in the original draft. Was it 1, 2 alligators, Brutus and Nero? 2, an iguana named Joanna? 3, a barking spider named Boris? Or 4, a cat?
1, the alligators.
You'd think that.
Cat.
A cat.
Yes. Well, sorry, Becky. It's
All right.
not looking good here. It's 2-0, and Gina controls the question.
Gina?
Yes.
A specific dress that Estella makes is a sabotage tool in the Cruella movie. What does she make the dress out of to sabotage? Is it 1, moth cocoons? 2, snake eggs sewn into the seams? 3, those coffee plastic stirring sticks?
Oh, yeah.
Or 4, lead paint?
The snake eggs?
That's a good answer, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, Becky.
I came up with that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the choices?
Is it 1, moth cocoons? 3, those coffee plastic stirring sticks? Or 4, lead paint?
1, moth cocoons.
Okay, see you, and you're back.
Becky, you've got a point, and you could tie the game here.
Becky, back to the animated movie, 101 Dalmatians. At one point early on, Cruella was intended to be the villain in what?
Like Daniel and Tooele did.
Tooele.
His last name's Striped Tiger. That's a
Is that
Comanche Indian.
He's
Comanche Indian
Native
name?
American.
Yeah. Striped tiger.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Tooele.
In Tooele.
Yeah.
That's the important part. All right. Okay. Well.
Hello, yeah, what?
I don't know. I don't know how well we're doing with hello, yeah, what.
We're going to try it again?
Well, we got Nick on the phone. He wants to take us to task that we're not moderate enough, apparently.
Okay,
well,
okay, Nick. Go
But
ahead.
now I have to sit and push buttons so that you can talk back and forth, though, is the thing.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Hi. Not quite. I didn't want to talk about how you guys aren't moderate. I just wanted to talk about being a moderate.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I love that you guys are moderate. It's nice to listen, even though a lot of people blame you guys for being, like, expressly left and not criticizing the left.
Mm-hmm.
I've always appreciated that you guys do criticize the left, and I kind of wish people would be more willing to criticize their position either way.
Well, you know, Sean Hannity's a billionaire and doesn't question anything, so...
We do try to call it out wherever it is.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no doubt.
I feel like the big problem right now is everybody's having two different conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like these tariffs, for example, the only person I've heard that has criticized them in a way that would be persuasive to the right is Justin Trudeau.
And
it's true.
Yeah, they're not going to listen to Justin
Warren
Trudeau.
Buffett said, it's just that's what Monica wants. So it's not persuasive.
Yeah.
It seems as though Donald Trump doesn't know what tariffs really are.
He doesn't. I don't think he does.
Well,
No, I don't think he does
he
either.
keeps saying that that Mexico and Canada are going to pay for it. The tariff is paid. So when you're importing goods, it's an American company that is saying, "Hey, Mexico, we would like some of your avocados."
Mm-hmm.
And when they are delivered across the border to the company that has ordered them, that company, the American company, pays the tariff.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't go the other way.
And then that company passes that on to the consumer.
Sure. Because they have to keep their margins the same. And
That's pretty odd.
I mean, 99% of economists are saying this is bad. This will be bad.
And it's pretty odd that people just nod their head and go, "Oh yeah, well, tariffs."
They're trying to tank us into a recession so they can justify the tax cut.
Exactly.
That is. This isn't about fentanyl.
Nope.
This isn't about immigrants. This is all.
They're eating
about,
the dogs. They're eating the cats. Yeah.
This is all about money.
Yes.
That is what this is about.
Yep.
Hey, Nick, thank you.
Thank you,
But
Nick.
it's hard to say that in the right way. But thanks for letting me listen.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, Nick. Okay. I thought he was going to try to take us to task.
No.
Oh, yeah. Is it the tariffs? Ed Brass texting, and the tariffs will increase the the cost of a Dodge Ram Charger pickup truck by $20,000. There was a news reporter yesterday
Fox.
on Fox who went to a car dealership and said, "Okay, tell us about this truck. How much is it?" $80,000. But by the end of the day, it'll be worth. I'm going to be selling it for $100,000 because I have to.
Well, that's it. I was going to buy a Dodge Ram Charger, and now I'm not.
Well, and that's what he said. He said, which means nobody's going to be buying.
And that is the most popular vehicle in America.
I think he said specifically, Bill Allred is not going to buy this truck from me.
Mm-hmm. And here's someone asking, where do we park for our flights and bites at the stadium? Yeah, you should be getting an email, allegedly, about that.
Yeah.
You will.
This is our event on Saturday that is sold out. But if you manage to get tickets, you should be getting an email.
What the email says about parking is there are 50 slots allotted for the Ken Garff University Club. So find those. If those are full, it further says, just park anywhere in the lot.
Mm. Oh, all right. Yeah. Anyway, no more calls because everyone could see we're having some trouble. But, we're going to be playing Beat Gina coming up here in a bit.
That's a call
and
also.
That's a phone call. Mm-hmm. So we will need you for that.
Maybe I could just be quiet during the whole thing.
We have tickets to the Offspring to give away for Beat Gina.
Mm-hmm.
Offspring coming with Jimmy Eat World and Newfound Glory. This is a win it before you can buy it.
Very nice.
Prize.
And it is Starsky and Hutch trivia.
Yeah.
Just for Gina. Just for Gina.
Thank you.
877-602-9696. We got a few minutes here.
So Starsky and Hutch.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are both gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael?
No.
Is David Soul dead?
I think David Soul is dead, but I think that.
No, they're both dead.
Michael Cole wasn't the other.
No,
the other one?
Last Paul Michael Glaser.
Paul Michael Glaser.
Oh yeah.
He's not dead.
David Soul died in 2024. I think Paul Michael Glaser is dead. Let me
look it up.
Ask Frank. He should know.
Frank's busy checking on Penn Jillette right now.
An immensely popular show that I never watched.
He's 81. Still alive.
He's still with us.
Oh, it's his wife that had AIDS.
Right. Oh, that's right.
Like from a blood transfusion when their son was born.
Really?
Why I remember that, I don't know.
That's right. And he became a kind of a big
advocate
for AIDS research. And
why did you never watch Starsky and Hutch?
Because I thought it was stupid.
Weren't all shows stupid back then?
They were.
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't watch a lot of TV.
Really? You had like 3 choices.
Okay, so what were the choices? What were some other choices?
What was on when Starsky and Hutch was on? Was the A-Team on? Or
I probably didn't watch a lot of TV in the 80s. because most of the things were just stupid.
Well, Starsky and Hutch was in the 70s, weren't they?
Yeah. That wasn't the 80s. Let's see.
So what else was on during that time?
Let's see.
I was busy listening to
This is
records
fun.
and getting high.
1977 to 78, United States Network television schedule. This will be fun. So you had the Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew Mysteries at 7.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
I wasn't
no.
going to watch that.
The $6 Million Man at 8.
No.
That's what I was watching.
I wouldn't watch that.
And on this day in 1977, the ABC Sunday Night Movie was The Warriors at 9 p.m.
Oh, that's nice. I watched that.
Yeah,
on CBS
I wouldn't
you
watch.
had.
I wouldn't watch that either because I'd seen it in the theater.
On CBS you had 60 Minutes.
Yeah, I would watch that.
I wasn't watching that.
Then at 8 p.m. Rhoda.
I was watching Rhoda, yeah.
Then at 9 p.m. All in the Family.
I watched that, yeah.
9:30 was Alice.
No.
I did watch Alice, yeah.
I love
How many times did I have to? I heard that woman say "kiss my grits" twice, and that was enough for the rest of my life.
Oh, and then on Wednesdays you got 8 is Enough and Charlie's Angels, and then at 10, Beretta and Starsky and Hutch.
So I did watch a little bit of. I used to watch Beretta a little bit.
I jumped back and forth with Starsky and Hutch and Beretta.
8 p.m. You have The Life and Times of Grizzly Adams.
Yeah, no.
I did not watch that.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Why? What do you mean? Yes, you did.
How did you not watch?
I didn't.
I didn't watch it either.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Good Times?
I did.
Okay.
No.
Policewoman?
No.
No.
No?
Although Angie Dickinson was pretty hot
Yeah.
back then, I didn't watch it though.
Welcome Back, Kotter.
I did.
Thursday nights. Welcome
Occasionally,
Back,
you know why I watch Welcome Back, Cotter? I was a big fan of Marcia Strassman.
Oh yeah.
And then Barney Miller at 9.
Yes.
Yeah, I watched Barney Miller.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Red Fox Comedy Hour at 10.
I didn't watch the Comedy Hour. I watched Sanford and Son, but I didn't watch the Red Fox Comedy Hour.
On NBC you had Chips.
No.
I did not
You
watch
didn't
Chips.
watch any of the police
No.
shows.
No.
I watched some.
I watched Beretta.
The Man from Atlantis at 9?
I did.
No.
Because it was Aquaman adjacent. It was the closest thing we were getting to Aquaman at the time. So.
The Hanna-Barbera Happy Hour.
Oh,
No.
I probably watched
I'm
that.
sure you watched that.
I don't remember it, but
Oh, Friday night's great. You ready for Friday night? Carrie, you watched all night.
I did.
Wonder Woman at 8.
Of course.
No.
Incredible Hulk at 9.
Yes.
And Logan's Run at 10.
I did.
Bill Bixby as the Incredible Hulk.
Yes.
Right, and that led right into his fabulous role in The Magician.
Here you go, Bill. This was your lineup for.
Okay.
You had the Rockford Files at 9
Yes.
p.m.
Yes, I watched. You know, actually, I didn't watch The Rockford Files until they came back in reruns.
And then at 10 p.m. it was Quincy M.E.
I watched
No.
Quincy.
Sam!
You didn't watch Quincy.
And why
Sitting in
why they haven't rebooted Quincy yet, I don't know.
Sitting in the morgue eating a sandwich.
Because police procedurals are so popular, you could easily do Quincy again.
Well, but you know those special, you know they've taken it beyond Quincy. The ones where they do the autopsies.
The real ones. Quincy
No,
was a little
no.
silly.
Again, the rewrite,
Yeah.
you could easily do that with Quincy.
Quickly, I got to do Saturday lineup for you.
Okay.
You got the Bob Newhart show at 8.
I did, yes.
You've got the Jeffersons
I did.
at
Yeah.
8:30. Maude
Yes.
at 9.
Yes.
Kojak.
I like to watch Maude because it upset my father. And I watched Kojak, yes.
I watched Kojak a little bit because again I was a fan of his brother Stavros.
And then over on ABC at the same time, you had What's Happening,
I did watch that, yeah.
The Love Boat,
Occasionally, depending on who was a guest star.
and then at 10 p.m. because it was for the adults, the Fantasy Island. The kids weren't supposed to watch.
I watched Fantasy Island, yeah.
There's your 1978 weekly TV lineup.
And I think of all the show, I think I watched, if you counted it up, about maybe 1/10 of all of that. Hardly any.
Excuse me, Bill Bixby was not the Incredible Hulk. He was David Banner. Lou Ferrigno was the Hulk.
Oh, God.
And I think The Magician was before that, wasn't it?
No, I thought that was his last one, but I'm not sure. I never watched it.
Mr. Eddie's father. All right. Well, let's traffic, please, and then we'll get some commercials in and a song, and then we'll play Beat Gina.
So somebody's in big trouble because they accidentally cut a very important fiber optic cable that has closed 7 schools and is affecting traffic all over Roy. The intersection of 1900 West, 5600 South is where they are making the repair, and traffic is backed up for miles in all directions.
All right. Wow.
God.
That's traffic.
I would not want to be in that.
No.
And if you are in that, lean back and enjoy the radio programming that we've prepared for you. Beat Gina coming up. We got some messages and a song, and then we'll play Beat Gina for those, Offspring tickets, right? 877-602-9696. Missed a more.
So easy that even a simpleton can play it.
Oh.
It's time for Beat Gina. I'm your radio announcer for the modern age. I'm Johnny Ola with a word from the Atomic Energy Commission. Are you afraid of A-bomb contamination?
Yes.
In the event of an A-bomb attack, contamination can go away with Flowbar. What? The AEC recommends the use of detergents as beneficial because they promote effective and rapid washing away of radioactive particles that may settle on the body or become trapped in the skin cells.
that works.
Flowbar is a device made specifically for this purpose. It contains a safe and gentle liquid detergent in a plastic soap-shaped container which can be carried around for instant use. Be prepared. Protect your family and yourself by keeping Flowbar detergent on hand always. Buy yours now at stores everywhere or by mail from the manufacturer. Wash away radioactive contamination with Flowbar. And now, here's a man who has no fear of contamination, radioactive or otherwise. He's your host, Kerry Jackson.
Thank you, Johnny Ola.
You're welcome.
All right, the randomizer has picked a contestant. Anthony, are you there?
I am.
All right, Anthony, we're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you an advantage in the game. We're using an actual coin because people are questioning the integrity of the coin toss app. But here we go.
Coin.
Heads or tails there, Anthony? Call it. Anthony. Heads. All right.
Heads.
There we go. And boom, it is heads.
Oh,
There
Anthony,
we
you're
go.
one step closer to winning this pocket knife kit from Knaff's Knives.
All right, Anthony, if you beat Gina at Mr. Rogers Trivia, you will win the knife. But if she beats you, if she manages to crawl from behind, what are you prepared to do in her name?
$50 donation to the road home.
Excellent.
All right, there we go. Okay, so the first question, again, is the anniversary of Fred Rogers' death day. So it's Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers Trivia. All right, first question, Anthony, here we go. Anthony, why are there no hands on Daniel Striped Tiger's clock? You ever notice that?
I didn't.
I did.
No.
It always bugged me, too. Why are there no hands on Daniel Striped Tiger's clock? Is it 1, Daniel doesn't get hands until he earns them? Was it 2? Mr. Rogers planned a storyline about Daniel learning to make clock hands from Handyman Negri. 3, because the neighborhood of make-believe, we can pretend it's any time that we want. Or 4, seriously, until you learn how to say striped tiger, not striped, no hands for you.
Number 3.
Number 3 is correct. Yes.
That's a point for Anthony. Now we go to Gina.
Gina, let's go to our page 2. Gina, let's see. Oh, okay. The numbers on King Friday the 13th and Handyman Negri's firefighter helmets
Okay.
are 143.
Okay.
143 was Fred Rogers' numerical secret way of saying what? Is it 1, I love you? Is it 2, be my neighbor? Is it 3, Lee Harvey Oswald did not act alone? Or 4, X the owl is not what he seems?
Oh. Well, I like number 4. I'm going to go with I love you.
I love you is correct.
All right.
143.
1 point for Gina. The game is tied. Now we go to Anthony again.
All right, Anthony. Mr. Rogers was known for utilizing what to emphasize a point at different times during the program, which he did without telling cast members or the crew, confusing them at times. He did this to emphasize a point. Was it 1, shaking a tin can full of pennies? Is it 2, silence? Is it 3, simply smiling into the camera? Or 4, a squirt gun filled with ammonia?
2.
Silence is correct.
All right, Anthony, you have 2 points. Now to Gina to see if she can tie it up.
All right, Gina.
Yes.
Mr. McFeely is named after who? You're smiling like you know this one. Mr. McFeely is named after who? Is it 1, his old Cub Scout leader? McFeely was his nickname. It's a sad story, really. Yeah. Is it 2, Fred's neighbor Morris Albert, who wrote and sang the song Feelings? Is it 3, a failed menu item at McDonald's? Or 4, Fred Rogers' middle name is McFeely?
Number 2.
Wow, I fooled you good with that one.
This is a chance for you, Anthony, to win the game.
Okay, so can you give me the remaining 3 one more time?
Well, number 3, Fred Rogers, Morris Albert. That's the one that she picked.
Yeah.
Is it 2, a failed? Hold it. Is it 2, 3, a failed menu item at McDonald's? Or 4, Fred Rogers' middle name is McFeely?
Number 4.
That is correct. His middle name is McFeely, and Anthony, you win the game handily. Nicely done.
You get the knife from Naft's Knives.
It's a very nice prize, Anthony.
All right, perfect.
You will like it. Hang on.
Hold on the line. Hold on.
I'll tell you how to get that.
I've got to go. I've got some decontamination to do.
Oh, scrub hard.
Well.
We were going over a list of the best songs of the 90s.
That's one of them?
We did Esquire magazine and Rolling Stone, and this was on both lists.
Really?
Yeah, I know, right? The Cardigans, Love Fool.
It's
yeah, I couldn't believe it either.
It's a little piece of candy.
It is.
Oh, it's not a serious song.
I wouldn't call it, one of the greatest songs of the night. Of course, "Smells Like Teen Spirit" was #1 on both lists.
Of course.
But there you go. Anyway, is this sponsored, Gina?
Yes, we've got Offspring coming to town, and they're coming with Jimmy World and Newfound Glory. Todd's giving these tickets away as well later on today, but why don't you try to win them from us right now? Saturday, September 6th, Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. This is win it before you can buy it, by the way. These tickets don't go on sale until Friday.
Say something.
Oh, I needed our game show music. I'm terribly sorry, Johnny.
Right.
We'll get there.
Kerry Jackson's been dealing with technical difficulties.
Yes, well, here we go. Indeed.
Is a lobotomy specialist. Schizophrenia, panic disorders, chronic pain, and violent outbursts. According to Dr. Freeman, these are all signs that a lobotomy may be in order. Why suffer from ADD, Alzheimer's, and unmanageable loved ones? A lobotomy only takes 10 minutes. For more, contact Dr. Freeman at the Freeman Lobotomy Clinic today.
I'm all in.
And now...
Only 10 minutes, that's...
Only 10 minutes. You lie down, they hammer it through your nose, and you're
Right.
done.
Boom.
And now, here's your Beat Gina host. A man as calm and serene as a summer day. Kerry Jackson.
Thank you, Johnny Ola.
You're welcome.
All right, the randomizer has picked a contestant. Looks like, Gina, you'll be playing against Carly today.
Hi,
Carly,
Carly.
are you there?
Hi.
Hi,
yes.
Carly. Okay, let's toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you the advantage in the game. Sorry. I've been so busy today, I haven't been able to get all my stuff together. Heads or tails? Call it.
Tails.
All right. Let's see. It is tails.
Oh, you're one step closer
Wow.
to winning these before you can buy them even, Offspring tickets.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pee my pants.
Oh, no, you're
Oh,
not.
don't.
You're going to be great. You're
No,
gonna be
no,
great.
go ahead. Pee your pants.
No, there's so much electrical equipment around here that I worry. All right. Let's get going here. Because you won the coin toss, that means your question is first. You get to answer this question on your own with no interference. Pop culture trivia, 4 answers. You pick the right one, you get the point. If not, Gina has been paying attention. She will answer it correctly and steal your point away. And we'll go back and forth till one of you gets 3 points. Starsky and Hutch trivia, because the movie was released on this day in 2004, but we're doing both the movie and the TV show.
Okay.
All right. Because they were pretty close. All right. First question for Carly. Carly, what is one of Starsky's signature moves? What is one of his signature moves? Is it 1, yelling judo chop 1 second before his actual attack? 2, the screaming seagull? 3, the car hood slide? Or 4, the flying leg kick?
Oh my gosh, I think it's the car hood slide.
Car hood slide is correct.
There you go. That's a point for Carly. Carly, that's only 1 point. Hang in there.
Carly, I'm concerned about the electrical equipment around here, okay? All right. Gina.
Yes.
TV show question.
Okay.
There was one single missing episode.
Okay.
It ran once, never ran again.
Oh.
Not even in syndication.
Oh.
It starred Donna Mills.
Okay.
What is the name of that episode?
Wow, all right.
Is it 1, Testimony of Evil?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 2, Honey Trap?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 3, Spooky Space Kook? Or 4, Revenge of the Man Crab?
I'll go with number 1.
Testimony of Evil?
No.
Terribly sorry.
Really?
No, Carly.
Oh, Carly, there's going to be leakage.
Oh my gosh. The crab one.
Revenge of the Man Crab?
Really?
No, that was a Scooby-Doo
No.
episode, and Testimony of Evil was the one to throw you off.
Mm-hmm.
That was
It worked.
That was a Police Squad episode,
Okay.
but anyway.
What was it?
Honey Trap. Donna Mills was the clue.
Well, I know,
That
but
would be
she
the
could-
clue.
She could have been evil.
Okay.
Not if you've seen Donna Mills. She was a honey trap.
That's true. All right.
I'm not even mad you got it wrong. I'm just waiting for the next one.
All right, Carly.
It's 1-0, Carly's favor, and Carly controls the question.
All right. Here we go. In the movie, 8 to 10 seconds had to be cut from what scene to keep it a PG-13 rating?
Oh, okay.
8 to 10 seconds of a particular scene had to be cut. Was it 1, the three-way kiss? Was it 2, a ninja throwing star attack / stunt? 3, the Captain Dobie all-you-can-eat buffet sequence? Or 4, when Owen Wilson plays guitar and sings Don't Give Up on Us, Baby?
Three-way kiss.
Three-way kiss.
That's 2 points for Carly.
Wow.
Wow. Carly is just...
I'm worried she's going to bust something.
That's the sound of leakage right there.
All right.
It's 2-0. Gina's question.
Okay.
All right, Gina. Here we go. In the TV show, the red Ford Grand Torino with the white stripe,
yes,
Starsky's car, also appeared in an episode of what other show?
A crossover, huh?
I didn't say that.
Oh.
I'm just saying that the car also appeared in another show.
Okay.
Was it 1, Beretta? Was it 2, The Dukes of Hazzard? Was it 3, Detective Butch Deadlift, LAPD? 4, The Dirk Hardpeck Mysteries?
It's Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard is correct.
Well, Gina's in the game with but Carly, you have 2 points. If you get this question right, you win the game.
All right. Carly, what was the name of the very first episode of Starsky and Hutch that was not the pilot? The pilot was just called Starsky and Hutch. What was the name of the first episode? Was it 1, The Butler Did It? Was it 2, Smash Lampjaw's Last Ride? Was it 3, If This Be My Destiny? Or 4, Savage Sunday?
Savage Sunday.
Savage Sunday.
How are you so confident in
Carly,
that?
you win the game.
How could you possibly?
I don't know.
You didn't even hesitate.
She just...
Well, Carly, you win the
tickets. I really want
tickets.
those Offspring tickets. I'm just on it.
All right.
Well, you're on it, and you got them. Tickets to see the Offspring.
I did?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Say thank you, Carly.
Don't pee. Hang on the line.
First of all, you guys,
What?
I've been listening to you for 25 years, and this is the first time I've talked to you.
Oh,
Well,
don't make it be the last.
Well, don't be a stranger.
And I'll tell Bill that you said hello.
All right, hang on the line, and we'll get that information.
I've got to go. I'll just make my appointment at the lobotomy clinic.
There you go. All right, news now brought to you by...
Blast off into the future of space exploration at Clark Planetarium. Space, the new frontier, playing now at the Hanson Dome Theater. Experience the second golden age of discovery on the big screen. Don't miss this out-of-this-world adventure only at Clark Planetarium.
Do we care that Chelsea Handler has a new boyfriend?
This was curious to me, though.
50-year-old
who the boyfriend is. That was the weird part.
Yeah.
She sparked dating rumors with Oscar nominee Ralph Fiennes after leaving the Vanity. Ralph Fiennes, yes. Ralph Fiennes. After leaving the Vanity Fair party, arm in arm with him, in an appearance on the March 4th episode of the Jamie Kern Lima Show, whatever that is, Chelsea opens up about her dating life and confirms she's been seeing someone for 9 months. I have someone that I'm seeing now, and I'm very attracted to, and I like having sex with. And so that's a really good, nice little thing I have going, Chelsea said. When asked if the relationship was serious, Chelsea said, well, I don't consider myself a relationship person. I don't think any relationship that I've been in is serious. I think of myself as a purpose person. Like, my purpose is here to be here, to have conversations like the one we're having now, to infuse people with optimism, to be there for women. That is my purpose in this life, whether there are more lives or not. She added, all I know is that I know that I'm supposed to be what I'm supposed to be doing, and any man that's in my life is not the main character of my life. That's a side relationship. And I love them, and I want to respect everybody, but that's not my main M.O. in life. I'm not that kind of person.
They're just hooking up.
Well,
but you don't picture them together. That's a...
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Why is that?
I just don't see her dating someone like him.
Well, he seems like a serious person.
Yeah.
And she's not a serious person.
I think she is more serious than you would imagine. I've heard her interviewed extensively. She cracks a lot of jokes, but she can get very serious, and I believe Chelsea Handler, whether you think it or not, is smart as hell.
Oh, I didn't say she's not smart.
Yeah.
I think she's smart.
She's really sharp.
They just seemed like two different types of people. So,
Let's see. So 7 schools in the Roy area will not be having class at all today. Excuse me. That's why I'm home. Due to widespread data and internet outages. The schools affected are Roy High, Sandridge Jr., Roy Jr., Freedom Elementary, Roy Elementary, Hooper Elementary, and the horribly named Municipal Elementary
Oh, that's
School.
not fun.
No, it's just so stodgy sounding.
Well, it doesn't offend anyone.
But according to an alert sent to parents early this morning, district officials were notified that Tuesday night an on-site contractor bored through multiple communication conduits at 5600 West, 1900 West in Roy, or 5600 South, 1900 West, resulting in, and this is widespread outages affecting data networks, telecommunications, and internet. The damaged fiber conduits affect CenturyLink and AT&T service, and the alert said that they had not been repaired as of 5:30 this morning, and they said even if the fiber repair is completed in the next couple of hours, it'll still take an incredible amount of time to get all the systems up and running. You know, once they splice the cable back together, it's still going to take so long because it knocked out all kinds of communications, and no information immediately available about the construction activity that led to the outage. But there you go. It's not a good deal. So I was going to make this a boner candidate, and it kind of slipped away from me, so I'll do it now. House Speaker Mike Johnson baselessly claimed that the angry constituents raging at Republican lawmakers in town halls over Elon Musk's drastic cuts and layoffs were, quote, paid protesters.
Nope.
Only to backtrack when CNN anchor Caitlin Collins pressed him for evidence.
Yeah.
With first buddy Elon Musk overseeing the Trump administration's effort to dismantle federal agencies and fire thousands of government workers, House Republicans have been getting an earful from hometown voters. While some constituents have complained about Musk and his chainsaw approach to government efficiency or Trump's radical attempts to seize more power from Congress, others have expressed anxiety over potential spending cuts to Medicaid and Medicare. And with the town hall confrontations going viral and creating a rash of negative headlines, Republican Party leaders have said to Republican lawmakers, don't do any more of these in-person town hall meetings.
Because the video is devastating.
Now, House Speaker Johnson said, these people coming to these that are protesting, they're paid protesters. He said,
no, they're angry constituents.
He said they're professional protesters, in some cases paid.
Nope.
They don't live in the district.
That's not true.
And appearing on CNN's The Source, House Speaker Johnson was pressed on those things, and he said, he said, do you know that they're not real protesters but paid protesters? Well, no, I don't.
Exactly.
I mean,
I can just say things.
God bless Caitlin Collins.
It's interesting though. It's like he's a really religious guy, and when I think somebody says, "Now, are you lying?" he gets very uncomfortable and has to admit that he is. He says, he says many of them are paid, and I mean, I don't know.
You have no proof.
You have no proof.
No.
And I love...
he thinks he can lie because he thinks he has God on his side. And I've heard that many times from very religious people.
And I love Tim Walz, who we could have had, who said, any Republican district that your representatives are not holding a town hall, I will come and have a town hall because I want to know what you have to say.
And the paid thing is projection because they had to pay people to go to Trump's rallies. And then we have evidence of that.
Caitlin Collins said this, and I think this really sums it up well. She said, and she said it to Mike Johnson, just because someone is a Democrat doesn't mean they're a paid protester.
Yeah.
And Democrats are also voters who have a right to attend a town hall meeting, even if it's a Republican. Those lawmakers also represent Democrats. That doesn't mean they were paid to show up if they're upset about it.
Exactly.
This is really, really nice. I saw this in Stuart Melling, a local food writer, Gastronomique. There's a new place in Sugar House called the Sugar House Food and Drink Hall. I think it's called the Sugar House Station.
Yeah, it used to be Kimmy's.
Yeah, that's where the old Kimmy's location.
Scott
Evans is opening it up. It's a very ambitious food and drink hall, and it really sounds great.
Well, that area, it would work because there's so many apartment buildings there.
And Scott Evans, he's got a string of really good restaurants
Yeah,
around.
he knows his stuff.
It's going to be an elaborate place. It will have several different restaurants in it and several different bars in it.
Oh.
What's planned now? It's not. They're just opening little bits of it right now. But here's a list of the restaurants that'll be in there.
Okay.
Aristo's.
Yes.
Birdhouse Chicken. Canella's. Casat Wine Bar will go in there.
Okay.
And I assume they'll keep their location up on 15th and 15th. Also, a Proper Burger and Brewing, a Public, and Santo Tacos.
Oh, Santo's moving there. Okay.
Well, I don't know if they're, I think, I don't know if they're
opening,
moving there.
Well, they were at my food building up by my house, and then they closed, and so I haven't been able to get a Santos taco. I've been going to
That's a pretty interesting mix of things, and then they'll have all kinds of different bars
It's
as well.
cool because, like, say you have a night out planned with a group of friends, but you all maybe want something different for dinner. You can.
We know who you're talking about, Gina.
Me.
If that happens, I just don't go out with them.
But now you can because there's something for everybody.
No, I can't use that as an excuse. I just don't want to go out with them.
Oh.
All right. Sports weather traffic.
Well, I got this text from a friend of the program that says, soccer starting back up, and as a ref, please be decent and don't yell at us. We know some refs suck, but most of us are trying, and yelling doesn't help anything. So, yes, please be nice to your refs. I'm amazed anybody wants to do that job at all, ever.
Yeah.
So, thank you for
I
that.
think they pay them $20 a game, Gina.
Some fabulously wealthy reffing kids' games.
Totally
Speaking
worth
of kids' soccer, Judge Memorial Catholic High School soccer boys team won yesterday against Roland Hall 2-1 or 2-0.
So it was Catholics against Catholics?
No, Roland Hall's just sort of whatever.
It's
just.
it used to be religiously affiliated, but it's not anymore.
Well, it was Roland Hall St. Mark's.
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking of. In college basketball, BYU, this is apparently a really exciting game against number 10 Iowa State. BYU ended up winning 88-85. Utah men lost to West Virginia 71-69. Utah Jazz, believe it or not, are going to play a team that is worse than they are tonight. They're on the road at the Washington Wizards. That game is today at 5. Weather. Well, there's a storm system that's going to bring 1 to 2 feet of mountain snow from Wednesday afternoon through Friday for most of Utah's mountains. But we're going to have rain here in the valley because we stay fairly warm, 53 for a high today. Probably won't see that rain until after 2 o'clock today, but it sticks around all night. I have a 100% chance of rain overnight tonight into tomorrow, and this storm is around till Friday. It looks like down here in the valley we stay in the 40s. Could overnight get low enough to have snow down here, but lots of precipitation for the mountains, which is great. As Bill was saying, that fiber optic situation up in Roy is just affecting traffic up there still. We also have a crash northbound Main Street 1300 North in Sunset that has the left lane and right shoulder block. Traffic being directed by police down the middle of the accident, actually. And, people say traffic is literally not moving 5600 South 1900 West in Roy. It's affecting traffic in all directions in that area. Haster Games for board games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, miniatures, dice, paints, and more. Haster Games, 6831 South State or hastergames.com.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back after these messages with your list of things that must go.
The Broadway Media Studios on Broadway.
Media?
It's time for Beat Gina, the game show that critics say is on fleek. This Mother's Day, why not take Mom out for a special dinner at the Kmart Family Cafeteria? Mom will enjoy Salisbury steak with whipped potatoes, gravy, buttered vegetable roll and butter. It's a delicious dinner for Mom for only $1.08. Or maybe Mom will like seafood on her special day. Treat her to the Kmart Family Cafeteria deep fried shrimp dinner for only $1.33 with 5 shrimp, tartare sauce, French fries, coleslaw, roll and butter. Or maybe Mom likes Italian. The Kmart Italian spaghetti dinner with meat sauce, grated cheese, coleslaw, warm roll and butter. A delicious Mom's Day meal from Kmart for only $1.22.
Roll and butter.
And now, here's a man who prefers the lunch counter at Gibson's Discount Center.
Amen.
Your host, Kerry Jackson.
Oh, thank you, Johnny Ola.
You're welcome.
Roll and butter.
Roll. You get the roll.
I'm rolling the butter.
You get the roll, you get the butter.
I can't believe you're not eating at the Kmart family cafeteria.
Exactly.
Salisbury steak sounded pretty good.
That did sound good. The randomizer has picked your contestant. You're going to be playing against Neil today, Gina,
Hi,
if he
Neil.
is there. Neil, are you there?
Good morning.
Hi, Neil. All right, we're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you an advantage if you call it correctly, heads or tails.
Let's go with tails.
All right, let's see what happens. It is heads, Gina Barberis. All right.
You're one step further away from winning these tickets to see Imagine Dragons October 11th at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater.
But you hang in there, Neil.
Yeah, Neil, it looks like, I mean, she does have the advantage, but, so if she beats you, what are you prepared to do in her name?
I'm going to donate to the Bulldog Club of Utah Rescue.
Okay.
Bulldog Rescue. Okay. All right. First question for Gina. The movie The Craft was released on this day in 1996. It's about witches. So we've got combination trivia about the movie and some witch trivia.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Witch trivia.
You know.
This trivia.
Oh.
While researching The Craft,
Okay.
Firuza Balk, that's a name you don't hear, Firuza Balk became familiar with Panpipe's magical marketplace in Hollywood. What did she do after finding that?
Okay.
Was it 1, gave Christine Taylor a poison apple, causing her to sleep until 2001 when Ben Stiller kissed her and woke her up? Is it 2, taught lessons on how to become a witch, a beginner's guide to modern witchcraft? 3, bought the store and continued to operate it until 2001? Or 4, fueled a giant drill, bore it straight into hell, releasing ancient demons from their sleep forever spell so they could walk upon the earth and get resuscitated and hawk the diet pills that Firuza Balk created?
Wow.
I'm going to say she bought the store.
Did buy the store.
All right, that's a point for Gina. Now we move over to Neil.
All right, Neil, let's see. Here we go. In 2017, Andrew Fleming, the director, I believe, of The Craft, stated that a TV show, ripped off his film, The Craft. What show did he mention, Neil? Was it 1, Archie Bunker's Coven, 2, Charmed, 3, the Democratic National Convention, because the Democrats, or 4, Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Let's go with Charmed.
Charmed is correct. 'Cause it seemed like a pretty blatant ripoff to me.
Point. It's tied. We go back to Gina.
Gina, director Andrew Fleming eventually cast Neve Campbell as Bonnie.
Okay.
After seeing her in what?
Okay.
So 1, the dog who got shot in the gravel pit for ruining Christmas. 2, Scream. 3, Party of 5. Or 4, a nymphoid barbarian in Dinosaur Hell.
Think of Party of 5.
Correct.
2-1. Neil's turn to try and tie it up.
Neil, now some witch trivia. If Wiccans perform magic intended to harm someone else, what will supposedly happen if you're using your spells for evil? Is it 1, the magic won't work? Is it 2, they risk the awakening the anger of Stevie Nicks? 3, they go directly to jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Or 4, their evil magic will return to them threefold.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
These are things that are really, really, really bugging you. You can't stand them anymore. And so you say, I know what I'll do. I'll send my things that must go to Radio from Hell. Maybe if they read mine on the air, it'll make me feel better. And, you know, we get reports occasionally that if we read your must go on the air, that often they disappear from your life magically. So just send your must goes to Radio from Hell at x96.com. Put must go in the subject line, and we'll try and get to it. I'll begin. This one says, good morning, Lords. You may use my name. Okay. I will, Zane. Oh, it's Zane. I got a new license plate, and I had to get rid of my Utah license plate. Now I have a boring-ass Texas license plate with the expiration tags on my windshield. Not knowing if the annoying beeping noise is going to make a comeback tour. I think he means the phones. People who call in and say, Lords and Lady, Gina is a lord of morning radio. Number 4, people who don't wash their hands after using the restroom. That's gross.
Yes.
And number 5, my fart getting stuck sometimes.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Lord Zane. Sorry that happens to you, Zane. It'd be very painful. Hello, Lord. Yes, you can use my name. It's Mike in Idaho Falls. Because your show would never work outside of Utah. Dairy colors not matching from store to store. I shop at a market close to my house and another store close to my work. The low-fat or 1% options of milk and cottage cheese at one store are yellow caps and labels. The other store is green, but then also sometimes blue. I mean, can't we just agree on a uniform color code system no matter what the store chain?
Yeah, because if you think, oh, yellow means this, and you don't necessarily read the...
Maybe, but I'm sure that Elon's fired whoever's in charge of that. So,
You know, I might suggest, though, Mike, read the label. Just don't blindly grab by color. Hey, guys, snowboard coach Pat here. Layton area, things that have to go. Roommates using work as an excuse not to do anything around the house but play video games all day. And Tesla trucks for looking like the first rough draft stage of a truck.
That is what they look like. They're not quite finished.
Well, they look like they were designed by an 8-year-old.
Yeah,
and they're really not quite finished. Apparently. All right, that's it. Gina.
Let's see. Please don't use my name. Being late to work on purpose Wednesday morning so I can listen to things that must go in my car in the parking lot. You're listening now, whoever you are. Good morning. The letter I that sticks on my keyboard when my name, password, name of business, and the school district all use multiple I's.
Oh, no.
The vibrating plastic something in my car that's right next to my left ear, and I can't find it or get rid of it. That's horrible. So you turn up the radio louder so you don't notice it. Unnecessary professional development meetings for teachers. I'm already professionally developed after 32 years of teaching. I'm retiring at the end of the school year. I will miss my students, but not all of those meetings. Let's see. Things that must go. People still sagging their pants in 2025. People that keep their hand on their shifter like they're driving a stick shift car. I miss the stick shift, and I like keeping my hand there.
I can sell you a stick shift.
Are you? Oh, your Mini.
My Mini. I can sell
You're
that to you.
getting out of your Mini?
In a while.
Let's see. Parents who don't watch their kids must go. This week I had to reunite a 5-year-old that was wandering outside the library while her mom was inside watching TikTok. Let's see. And finally this. Please don't use my name. Here are my must-goes as a tax accountant trying to survive tax season. I am not the reason you owe taxes. I did not write the tax code or fill out your W-4. I will do my best to give you strategies to help with your taxes in the future, but I cannot change anything this year. It's too late. Just because I'm an accountant doesn't make me a Republican. Stop speaking to me as I should agree with your BS that you're saying. And FYI, a new Republican budget plan will hurt the majority of Americans, so good luck with that.
Yeah.
Clients who make a donation to the Heritage Foundation, I instantly lose respect for you. And rich clients, a.k.a. people making more than $1 million a year, complaining about their tax bill and how they can't buy their third house in Hawaii. Shut the hug up. We are not the same. Thanks for making these things go.
Wow. Let's see, this one from Carl. What must go is people that exclaim the words, "It's great," or "the best ever," when they're telling you about a movie or a TV show that they just watched. That's your opinion, and that's okay. What is not okay is when you make the other person feel bad because they do not share your enthusiasm about said movie or TV show.
Yeah.
I get that you love it. That's great. But why does it have to become a you're wrong and I'm right conversation? I decided years ago, after watching two guys I know get into a verbal altercation at FanX because one was saying he liked a movie, the other thought it was terrible, that I had to approach this subject in a better way. And now when I'm asked what I thought about a movie or TV show that I've either watched before or after them, I just respond with either I enjoyed it, but you may not, or I didn't really care for it, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. There are too many bad things going on in this world to be arguing over what is best and what isn't, according to you.
Amen.
Thank you for letting me get this off my chest, Carl. Eric says, feel free to use my name. People leaving the gas pump handle locked in the on position when returning it to the pump.
Yeah.
I've not encountered that.
It can start flowing without you realizing it. And, yeah.
Of course, I haven't been to the gas station in a very long time. So, this one from Tracy. Looky-loos. People, when someone is pulled over or there's an accident, you don't have to slow down to gawk. You will potentially cause more accident, you fools. Full-grown adults that still pout to get their way and then lie to other people about what really happened so they can turn everyone against that person that didn't give you your way. Okay. Coworkers that say they didn't report you to compliance and then sit in the office and repeatedly say things about this policy and the policy about how certain team members need to be reported to HR or higher bosses than they are.
Oh, it's you. You're totally doing
That's from Tracy. And finally, one from me. You know, just because a meeting's scheduled doesn't mean we have to have it.
If there's nothing
to talk about, it doesn't mean we have to have the meeting. All right? We can just say no to the meeting. It's okay.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
Terrific.
Just say no to the meeting. I like that.
Yes.
Just a reminder, the fiber optic cable repair. This was a big cable up in Roy that was accidentally cut, and now it's affecting everybody up there. 1900 West, 5600 South has traffic backed up a couple of miles in all directions. Schools are also closed in this area due to the outage. That's the biggest thing we have going on. I'm looking at the UDOT cameras and just seeing a little bit of slowish northbound I-15 coming around Point of the Mountain into Draper. A little bit Foothill Boulevard going northbound, but it's always that way this time of the morning. You can always text us and let us know what you're seeing, 33986. Why spend stupid ticket prices for concerts when you can experience great live music for much less at Salt Lake's coolest, most intimate venues? Check out Pigeons Playing Ping Pong with special guest Squeaky Feet Tuesday, March 11th at the State Room. Get tickets at thestateroompresents.com.
All right. Thank you very much. KXRK Provo, we're going to take a break, play a song. Right after that song, it is the Boner Recap Game. Easy to play, easy to win. What is the prize?
Oh, we have tickets to see A Simple Plan coming to America First Field with special guests Bowling for Soup and 303.
Simple Plan and Bowling for Soup tickets, 877-602-9696. All you got to do is call us and tell us who won the boner this morning. If you were listening, you know. If you weren't listening, you could guess.
Cheat.
But I would cheat. Yeah. Go to x96.com, click on the box that says Boner Voting March 5, 2025, and you'll see the word winner next to the winner. You'll get those tickets for the show. Simple Plan and Bowling for Soup. 877-602-9696 is the number to call to play our game. Zero res, Gina.
I have a towel by the back door for when the dogs come in, when it's muddy outside.
Mm-hmm.
But oftentimes they are too fast to catch them, to wipe their feet before they come in. And then they run through the house, and I think, well, thank God I can call Zero Res to clean this up, because I can't do it. They're much better at it than I am anyway.
I have a towel like that at mine, too, but it's for the kids.
It's for the kids. Zero Res uses patented technology to get your carpets insanely clean without the use of detergents or harsh chemicals. Helps them stay cleaner longer, and it is safe for Bill's kids and my pets. Traditional cleaners take you forever to dry because they use those detergents. Zero Res dries in hours, not days. And if for any reason you're not satisfied with the quality of your cleaning, they will come back and make it right, make you happy within 30 days. Just let them know. But you're going to be happy, I guarantee it.
fears, because it's time for another episode of Beat Gina. I'm Johnny O for a product your kids are sure to love.
Yes?
All kids are deranged for Bozo the Clown Egg Turnip Mayonnaise.
What?
It's
awful.
homogeneous. Kids go positively batty over Bozo Egg Turnip Mayonnaise. Only Bozo the Clown would mix the pungent, sulfurous aroma of eggs with the earthy, nearly non-existent flavor of fresh turnips, and then whip them together with healthful 100% cottonseed oil to make a taste sensation that your family will remember for the rest of their mouths.
Yeah.
Try it on a classic turnip and egg omelet for an exceptionally zippy double egg and turnip twist. And try horse and cat radishes, salad jail, raisin cocktail sauce, breakfast butter, and deviled fish. Fine products from Larry Harmon Pictures Foods. It's all Bozo.
This is a real.
Did you say salad jail?
Salad gel.
Oh, gel. Okay.
Salad gel. It's delicious. From Larry Harmon Picture Foods.
All right.
It's all Bozo. And now here's a man who's not Bozo. He's Kerry Jackson.
Thank you very much, Johnny Ola.
You're welcome.
All right. The randomizer has picked a contestant. You'll be playing against Annette today. Hello, Annette. Are you there?
I'm here.
All right, Annette. Let's toss a coin, see who goes first. It will give you the advantage in the game. You call it heads or tails, please.
Heads, please.
All right. Let's see what's it. And it is heads.
You're one step closer to winning these tickets to see Cage the Elephant.
All right, Annette goes first. She has the advantage in the game, but if Gina manages to come from behind and beat you, Annette, what are you prepared to do in Gina's name?
I'll donate $50 to the road home.
All right. Okay, we got some leftover questions from last week. Because it was just such a sweep with Leah Thompson trivia. I got a bunch of Leah Thompson questions left over. So actress Leah Thompson, first question for Annette. Here we go. Annette? Leah Thompson's character's name in Back to the Future underwent numerous changes when the script was being written. What was not a name used for her character? So, three of these they were used in the script development. One was
proposed. They were proposed.
Exactly. One was not.
Okay.
Pick the one that was not, Annette. Is it 1, Lorraine, 2, Gertrude, 3, Mary Ellen, or 4, Eileen?
I'll go with number 2.
Gertrude is correct.
That's a point for you, Annette. And now we go to Gina.
All right, Gina. Her first role was as a water skiing water show performer.
Okay.
It was in Jaws 3. What was one of the issues that she had for this role?
Okay.
Was it 1, she has thalassophobia, an intense phobia or fear of large or deep water?
I have that.
Is it 2, she insisted on wearing a shower cap in all the underwater love scenes? Is it 3, she didn't know how to swim? Or 4, she is made of sugar and therefore would melt?
She didn't know how to swim? She didn't know how to swim.
It's 1-1, I guess.
How do you take a role in Jaws and not how to swim?
You stay on land.
That's what the actors will tell you. If they ask you if you know how to ride a horse,
Yes.
you say yes. And then,
Yeah.
All right.
All right, it's Annette's turn.
Annette, which outfit does she still have from one of her films? Is it 1, a murder cape from the CSI episode she was in? 3, her Mayor Cupcake sash from Mayor Cupcake? 3, her jean jacket from Howard the Duck? Or 4, the dress that she wore during the Enchantment Under the Sea dance in Back to the Future?
I'm going to go with 4.
Correct.
There you go. It's 2-1. Back to Gina for a tie.
Gina,
Yes.
after production of Back to the Future 2 wrapped, she kept the prosthetic breasts that she wore during the scenes that took place in the alternate 1985,
Right.
where Biff won. Why did she keep the prosthetic breasts?
Why not?
That's not one of the answers.
That's not. Okay.
It should have been.
Okay.
1, the prosthetic was created of a mold of her real chest, as she didn't want it to fall into the wrong hands.
Okay.
Was it 2, her husband Biff at the time insisted. It's a
Yeah.
whole thing. 3, it was award season. 4, she wanted to mount them on her wall at home for everyone to see.
I guess because they were a mold of her actual breasts.
Correct.
2-2. Annette, if you get this one, you win.
Annette. Leah Thompson enjoyed a 4-season run from 95 to 99, starring in the NBC sitcom Caroline in the City. What was Caroline's profession? Was it 1, an in-home pie distribution specialist, 2, quality control officer at the sewage treatment plant, 3, cartoonist, or 4, newspaper columnist?
Oh, gosh, I have no idea, but I'm going to discuss 4.
No, see, I know this one.
This is the thing, is that I threw that in there because I wanted to confuse you with Sex in the City, you see.
She's a cartoonist.
Cartoonist.
Sorry, Annette.
Wow.
Gina wins the game.
That was a good, you know, we had a good back and forth, Annette, though. You were a worthy opponent, and even though I beat you, I'm going to go ahead and give you these tickets anyway to see Cage the Elephant at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater, June 20th, featuring special guest Young the Giant.
Well, there you go, Annette.
There you go. Listen, I've got to go. Mrs. Ola has prepared me a sandwich using Bozo's mayonnaise turnip. It's delicious.
All right.
Delicious.
Hang on, Annette. Katie will tell you how to get those tickets.
Mr. McFeely in Kearns texted.
I knew it.
It says a bow wow wow, huh?
Kearns.
In Kearns.
Yes, bow wow wow. Do You Want to Hold Me? Yes, they had another song besides I Want Candy.
I'm glad you played a different one.
What was the name of the really young woman singer for that band?
Annabella.
I can't remember. Look it up. I mean, if you know, you know. But, all right. Let's get to the boner recap game.
The boner recap?
Yes.
We have a contestant there?
We do. It is Melissa.
Melissa, are you there?
Melissa, are you there?
Yes, I am.
So, Melissa, can Melissa hear me okay?
She can hear you when I push the button in. Yes.
Okay. So.
Yes, and you hear me.
Okay. Hi, Melissa. I have 3 boner candidates here, Melissa, and I'm going to read them, and then you tell me which one was the winner, and you'll win a prize, which is what?
Tickets to see Simple Plan coming August 16th to America First Field with special guest Bowling for Soup and 303.
All right. You ready to do this?
I am.
All right, Melissa. Did you hear them earlier, by the way?
Did you hear them earlier?
The less back and forth, the better.
Yeah, the less back and forth, the better. Let's just get to it, okay?
I'll just read the candidates now, and you tell me the winner, Melissa. Number 1, this ought to speed things up. It's a man and a woman didn't want to miss their flight to Mexico, and so they thought they could get on the plane faster if they threw a cup of coffee in the face of the airline worker.
Because that always works. Yeah.
It didn't help. Boner candidate number 2, a unique new defensive play in high school basketball. This is a high school teams playing, and one guy got so angry, one of the players passed the ball, and the opposing team just hauled off and punched him right in the scrotum. And he didn't get thrown out of the game, which I thought was weird. And then boner candidate number 3, and then Elon blew him a kiss. Donald Trump and his speech last night saying, the days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over.
Well, yeah, Elon's
Not so
there,
much.
right there.
Elon Musk, anybody? Yeah. So who was the winner, Melissa?
It was number 3, and then Elon blew him a kiss.
Way to go. You win.
All right.
Simple Plan tickets.
Hang on. We'll get you those Simple Plan tickets. Hang on the line, Melissa. There we go.
That's really just about unbearable.
We'll get better and come back.
Because it ain't going to get fixed.
It's I'll try. I'm trying my best. I
Can
really am.
Can you go back to bed like at 10:02?
I'd like to, but I probably have to do some things to get ready for tomorrow's show.
Oh.
I spend a little time thinking about this stuff, Gina. I know that's kind of an odd concept.
Yeah, I don't.
And it doesn't show. So it certainly doesn't show that I spend time thinking. Whereas you, who spend no time, everybody thinks you're well prepared. I don't get it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I prepare constantly.
You do know what I'm talking about because you see me and Carrie sitting at our desks when you go, okay, goodbye, see you tomorrow.
My computer at my desk doesn't work.
And it will never be fixed.
It will never be fixed.
Well,
so I go home and not prepared,
if that computer were fixed, I still would predict that you would say, I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm certainly not insisting that it be fixed.
Yeah, you haven't brought it up to anybody.
I mean, there'd be no point in fixing it, really. Unless
There's
it was going to
other
be
things
moved to
that
somebody
need
else's
fixing
desk.
before that. I'll just say that.
I don't. Is there any chance we can get these technical problems worked out?
I'm done asking. I'm finished.
Carrie's tapping out.
I'm tapping out.
Okay, I'll see what I can do about it.
Because this won't be the last time that
Yeah.
one or all of us are out and need
Exactly.
to broadcast.
And I probably will have to stay home tomorrow too. And
More than likely, you will. I mean, just listening to you.
You need to rest up for our event on Saturday.
That's right. You got to be healthy for that.
People paid tickets to see you.
I know. Well, actually, they paid to see you too.
Well, but I mean.
But we're a package.
Yeah.
We're a
The sum is worth more than the parts when Radio from Hell is concerned.
Well, let's take a break. We'll be back after these messages with some big boy news for you. Stand by for that. UtahAdvocates.com.
Oh, the advocates. Remember now, if you have been injured in an accident, these are the people you should call. Or if somebody in your family, these are the people you should call immediately. And they can determine on the phone whether you have an injury case or not. They're personal injury attorneys. They're local folks. And they're nice. They want to get you the settlement you deserve.
They're local folks, and they like to help folks out locally with things like the blood drive they're doing on Monday. You can still sign up for that, I think. Go to utahblood.org and search by the date on March 10th and click on the advocates. All donors will receive gift cards and be entered into a raffle.
And remember, if they take your case, you don't pay anything out of pocket. You don't pay for the phone call. You don't pay for any of their representation. They just take a portion of the settlement. So it's 801-355-5550, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or you can talk to them online, utahadvocates.com.
X96 plays over 40 years of alternative music.
The radio game show that's taken the airwaves by storm. It's time for another edition of Beat Gina. But first, I'm your announcer, Johnny O, with news of a great get-together. The Presto Fry Baby Deep Fryer turns Gino's pizza rolls into a celebration. A crisp, crack-liking crunch that lets you know your favorite snack is suddenly different, suddenly better. Gino's Pizza Rolls and the Presto Fry Baby Deep Fryer, a great get-together for your next get-together. The Presto Fry Baby Deep Fryer is fully automatic, no controls to set, perfect every time. A serving or two in a jiffy or two. Just 2 cups of oil, and the plastic lid stores the oil for the next time and the next time. No messy basket, no hard-to-clean corners. The Presto Fry Baby Deep Fryer makes deep frying fun, easy, and makes cleanup a snap. It makes Gino's Pizza Rolls crisp, golden, and delicious. Look for all 5 varieties of Gino's Pizza Rolls in your grocer's freezer and see the Fry Baby at Presto dealers everywhere. And now, he's no Fry Baby, and he's no Cry Baby either. He's your host, Kerry Jackson.
We had a Fry Daddy.
You had a Fry Daddy?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's for loads of fries.
Yes.
My family had a Fry Daddy.
My favorite part of that was hard to clean corners. I don't know why. There we go. Let's see. Looks like Davis is on the phone. Randomizer has picked. Davis, are you there?
Yeah, I sure am.
All right, Davis, we're going to toss a coin. We'll see who goes first. We'll give you an advantage. Call it heads or tails.
Tails.
All right. It is tails, Gina Barbera.
Well, Davis, you're one step closer to winning these tickets to see Bleachers. They're going to be at Great Saltaire on the 18th.
All right, Davis. So here's the deal. It's you get the first question. It's yours to answer exclusively. If you get it correct, you get the point. If not, I will allow Gina to answer that same question correctly, stealing the point away from you. We will go back and forth till one of you hits 3 points. Multiple choice. Pop culture trivia today. It's Mad Max Fury Road trivia because it was released on this day in 2015. And we're getting the sequel coming up here. I think it's next week or the week after. I can't remember. Probably the week after.
It's Memorial Weekend, I think.
Memorial Weekend. All right. So, first question for you, Davis. What happened to Tom Hardy during the filming of Mad Max Fury Road? Was it 1, so many bugs in his teeth while he was strapped to the front of that car? 2, he got a broken nose when Charlize Theron accidentally elbowed him. 3, he became a member of the LDS Church after 2 young men in suits visited the set. Or 4, he apologized for Star Trek Insurrection. I killed the Next Generation movies, he said.
Number 1.
Number 1, bugs in the teeth? That was to fool you.
I'm going elbow to the nose.
Elbow to the nose. That's
all right. Sorry, Davis. Gina's got the point. And you know what? She controls the question.
Oh, Davis. All right.
Oh, Davis.
Let's see, Gina. This was the first Mad Max film where Max is credited with what?
Okay.
Is it 1, his full name, Mac Rockatansky? Is it 2, having the most lines of any Mad Max in a movie? 3, the Wasteland's longest-running Jenga champion? Or 4, drinking all of the milk?
I guess it would be number 1.
Yes. It's 2-0, Davis.
Wow, Davis.
You control the question,
She's
though.
really good at this.
She is. Yeah. All right. Davis.
She had to be good at something.
Let's see. Three stunt performers and one actor. All right, 9:19 right now, and it is time for some big boy news brought to you by...
Waterproof your home with Baseco because water can make its way through your foundation in many different ways. Baseco specializes in a variety of permanent foundation waterproofing solutions tailored to your unique issue. From sump pumps all the way to major repairs, crack settling foundations, each solution backed by a guarantee. Schedule a free assessment today at baseco.net.
Let's see, we've been talking about some event coming up at the Salt Lake Film Society with a movie called Mickey 17. Is that right?
Well, it's just they're premiering it.
They're premiering
there,
it.
Yeah.
And so
it's Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I saw a story about it. So it was directed by Bong Joon-ho, who made Parasite, which is an award-winning movie. And so I was looking at this story. So what is Mickey 17?
Mm-hmm.
A comedic sci-fi thriller set aboard a colonist spaceship bound for a distant icy planet. Robert Pattinson stars as Mickey Barnes, a low-ranking crew member known as an expendable who is relegated to take on the expedition's deadliest tasks and as a result dies over and over again, only to be reprinted each time with his old memories intact. Co-starring Naomi Ackie, Stephen Yeun, Toni Collette, and Mark Ruffalo. The film is both an existential nightmare and an absurdist comedy, which is kind of Parasite was like that as well. Just dealing with class struggles and power and exploitation. So it sounds pretty fascinating. He's an interesting guy. He said he doesn't really have any desire to direct franchise movies. He doesn't care for them, except he said, Alien. If I could do an Alien movie, I'd do Alien the musical.
Didn't somebody do that? Or wasn't that a joke somewhere?
That was a joke, and it was in Spaceballs, I think.
That's right.
Jessica Alba apparently getting cozy with a comedian guy named Alex Edelman at the Oscars party. She has filed for divorce.
Oh, okay.
From her husband of 16 years.
I was going to say she's been married a long
Warren.
time.
Yeah.
They're splitting up. Faster Pussycat, remember that band?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The singer of the fiancé, Faster Pussycat's lead singer, has died by falling overboard on a cruise ship.
See, do you know what'll never happen to me?
You will never be the fiancé of a Faster Pussycat frontman.
No, and I will never fall overboard on a cruise ship.
Well,
Gina,
you'll
never go on a cruise.
You will end up falling overboard on a bus or something.
You know, what if we do a cruise for the show?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's do a cruise for the show just to see if Gina falls overboard.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I will tie a rope around my waist, and I will not go anywhere on the ship without it anchored to the ship, just in case.
Okay.
Gina, I'm guessing if we would go on a cruise, you would end up being in your room the entire time
for safety,
because you will be throwing up.
What if your room has a balcony though?
At any rate,
you want one. Trust me.
You do.
You do. You want a window.
Kimberly Birch, fiancée of Faster Pussycat frontman Tammy Down, fell to her death shortly after a heated argument with him on the ship. So maybe there's something suspicious there. Let's see. Post Malone announced on Tuesday that he will be hosting 10 free, open to the public travel and tailgate parties at select dates at his upcoming on his tour, the Big Ass Stadium tour. The events will offer fans with or without tickets. So even if you're not coming to the show,
you can tailgate.
You can tailgate. An unforgettable day of live music, great food, cold Bud Light, exclusive merch, carnival games, big-ass photo opportunities, and tattoos by Postie's personal tattoo artist from Oxford Circle Tattoos.
Now, they are coming to Rice Eccles, but are they doing it there? Because they're not doing it at every stop.
No, they're not.
Oh.
They're not doing it at every stop. I don't know. I don't see that an itinerary here in this story. It's probably available, but not. So I don't know if they're. My guess is they would do it here because, you know.
It's his hometown.
Yeah. Last year, Paul McCartney was one of many to endorse Foreigner to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
He did? Oh.
Yeah. Which is a campaign spearheaded by Mick Jones' stepson, Mark Ronson. Now, Paul McCartney is advocating for Joe Cocker, who was revealed as a nominee last month. I would like to suggest that Mr. Joe Cocker be given an entry into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That one I agree with, Paul.
Joe was a great man and a fine singer whose unique style made for some fantastic performances. He sang one of our songs, With a Little Help from My Friends, a version produced by Denny Cordell, and it was very imaginative.
Imaginative.
Let's see.
He is not doing it at Rice Eccles.
Well, then he can't live here anymore.
That's right. Don't even give him the best Utah sash, Bill. Just keep it.
No, I won't. Green Day forced to cancel the final Australian stop on their Global Saviors Stadium tour due to tropical cyclone Alfred.
Oh.
As citizens hunkered down in anticipation of the imminent landfall of Alfred, the veteran punk band informed fans that the show had been canceled because the weather warnings were just too much. Said, unfortunately, we have to cancel the show. Daryl Hall is going on tour.
Yes.
And he's going out with Glenn Tilbrook from Squeeze.
Oh, that'd be good.
That'd be a show.
Yeah, the new dates follow Hall's previously announced spring outing with Tilbrook, which is a short jump through the South and Midwest. But then they're hitting the road for a rather extensive tour. Let's see if they're coming anywhere near here. Does not look like it.
Oh.
Well, you could maybe, if it's somewhere fun, you could do one of those, take a vacation and go see a show.
Oh, yeah, like Waukegan, Illinois.
You could go to Waukegan, Illinois. Have you ever been to Waukegan, Illinois?
Thackerville, Oklahoma.
Why would they go there and not here? I don't understand this.
Thackerville, Oklahoma? I don't know. Oh, Thackerville, it's because of there's a casino and resort there.
Oh, they're doing a casino.
Oh.
They're doing that kind of stuff. As a matter of fact, it looks like they're doing a lot of that sort of thing. Motley Crue's Las Vegas residency had to reschedule because Vince Neil's his health is not good.
It hasn't been good for a while.
I think some of his fat is rotting.
Oh, God. That's horrible.
I don't know.
Some of his fat is rotting.
I have no idea what
should,
that means or where that came from. I'm sorry.
Be done. It's okay, guys. Be done.
Oh, yeah. Henry Winkler, Sexy Red, Ty Dolla $ign, and Ski Mask, the Slump God, have joined Rolling Loud, an R-rated hip-hop comedy starring Owen Wilson and Matt Rife. Or is that how you say it? I don't know. Matt Rife? Anyway, named after the world's largest hip-hop festival, Rolling Loud is inspired by the true story of an overprotective father, Owen Wilson, who, in an effort to be a cool, favorable dad, sneaks his 13-year-old son into a music festival, setting off a chaotic adventure with his reckless co-worker and a quirky festival volunteer. Together they navigate wild crowd security and family dynamics. So this is a film written and directed and produced by Jeremy Gerlich, who has directed a bunch of Adam Sandler things.
Oh, so it's going to suck.
Probably. They're making a documentary at HBO about Flacco, the owl, who escaped the Central Park Zoo.
Well, it's about time.
I think that's a
the
great
untold
idea.
Story.
The untold story of Flacco, yes. There's a children's book about it.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, people were quite taken with Flacco. He lived most of his life in captivity, but was released. Somehow got out of the New York Zoo, and managed to live in Central Park and for I think it was about a year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was almost a year, and then he flew into the side of a building.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have this story, Bill? This is kind of cool.
What?
Jesse Armstrong. You know who that is?
Help me.
He's Succession.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He is beginning filming of his first movie, starring Steve Carell, Jason Schwartzman, Rami Youssef. They are filming it in Park City. They are starting filming.
Right now?
Yeah, Deadline says they're starting. Cameras will start rolling this month in Park City. It's about some billionaire business people in Park City, like they are.
I'm sure they'll film it in Park City and say it's Aspen.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Says there it's a meeting while during some sort of international crisis. But so be on the lookout for Steve Carell and Jason Schwartzman.
If someone from the Salt Lake Film Commission is listening, we could have any of those folks as guests when they're not shooting.
I'm heading up there today.
Do it.
Now that I know. Let's see. Is that about it? Is that all the time we have?
That's good. That's plenty. Weather?
So another storm system going to start rolling through after 2 p.m. today. And this one hangs around through Friday. Going to be rain down here in the valleys because we'll be warm, 53 for a high today. Overnight tonight, 100% chance of showers. Lots of snow in the mountains expected. That's the good news. It'll stay mostly rain down here in the valley. And it hangs around, like I said, till late afternoon Friday, it looks like. That is your weather.
Thank you. Concert calendar is next. Stand by.
Question of the week selected?
Well, I have a couple here, so let's see.
Okay.
You can send us a question, radiofromhell@x96.com. Just put best question of the week in the subject line. It can be about anything. You've always wanted to ask us something, send it to us. Sometimes we have prizes, not today, but sometimes we have prizes. Let's see, this question comes to us from Blaine of Ogden. Blaine says, did your spouses share your taste in music, TV, and hobbies when you met them? And if not, have you corrupted them to your side, or did they corrupt you? Thanks for letting me listen.
Yeah, my wife and I have the same taste in popular music. My wife is very into classical music and opera as well, though, and I'm not so much. I like classical music, okay. Opera's a little too much for me. And then when it comes, but the other stuff, TV, my wife did not watch a lot of TV. Didn't care for TV that much. Now we watch a lot of TV. And we...
what about hobbies?
I don't think we have any. My butterfly collection, of course. No, I don't really have any hobbies. Drinking, maybe. Drinking.
My husband, when we were dating, had a TV, but it was not hooked up to anything.
It just was there.
I mean, I take that back. He had a DVD player, and so he would rent movies, but he did not watch any TV at all.
Did he get rid of his porn collection before?
He did not have a porn collection.
Okay.
So I've brought him along to a little bit of TV. We have one show at a time. We have 1 hour of TV. Basically, we watch, and that's it.
But he hasn't brought you along in eating at all.
Well, food wasn't part of this.
He
has brought me along. I eat broccoli now. I eat fish. I eat all kinds of things that I didn't eat before.
Okay.
So he got
and
me.
And those are two of them.
That is something that happened with my wife and I, is that we were both kind of picky eaters when we met.
Picky in what way?
It just, we had a restricted...
Not very adventurous.
Not adventurous, and that changed.
That surprises me about her. I thought she brought you along
Well, we both kind of pulled each other along that way.
I remember when I first was working with Carrie, it was fried food only, almost.
As far as shows go, she used to indulge me a little bit more.
She doesn't tolerate things
Not
now?
so much anymore now. I remember when the Star Wars films were re-released in theaters, she said, I've never seen the first one all the way through. And
Well,
I
you
said,
can't-
what do you mean all the
can't-
way through? And she said, well, I keep falling asleep.
The first Star Wars movie? She's not sleeping?
Did not interest her.
Let's see. Oh, Sue's disputing this. I've never
Oh.
been a picky eater. I would eat food and then ask, what was that?
Oh, that's something I would never do. I need to have all the information before it goes in my
She
mouth.
just had a there was not a lot of options presented to her growing up.
Could be. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Is that what I'm?
But she used to indulge me on shows. She would go to see, like the Star Trek movies with me and all that, and she'd even watch the Marvel movies with me, but not so much anymore.
Well, once she locked that down, Carrie, once you guys
Oh, no,
got married.
This has just been in the past 5 years.
Oh, okay.
5 or 6 years. She's went, no.
I don't have to do that anymore.
I'm not interested. No, don't have to. And musically, she's always been into classic rock, as far as I remember. She's always had the taste of a 70-year-old white male.
No, so my husband likes jazz, which I have never listened to ever, and I can now identify jazz songs that I never would have known before, just based on his exposing me to that stuff.
Now, see, now you're setting up a challenge.
For
I'm going to play some jazz standards here.
Name that tune.
Oh.
Jazz standards. Let's see what we can.
Let's see.
It's hard to do.
I'm trying not to go too deep.
No, don't. I
But
mean,
at the same time,
I
don't.
can maybe do the hits, Carrie.
Let's
Maybe.
see.
The hits that they play on the jazz station all the time.
There are hits.
All right. It's 9:36 right now. And
And my guess is, I'm going to say before we get started,
yes,
Bill, don't try to interact with Trent.
well, Trent's not on the phone.
Oh, he's
we
not.
can't get Trent on the phone,
okay.
so he doesn't have to worry about interacting with Trent.
Okay.
That beeping that you heard, that was us trying to call Trent, and it's not working.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that.
Okay.
On top of everything else today.
Well, Katie can tell us what she's...
Well, I mean, I have a couple of Trent stuff.
Okay.
I just don't know if he's going to call, so maybe we'll wait on that. My stuff currently, we've got Get Lucky's going on this weekend. Yes, my V2 rave that I love going to every time. It's going to be pretty fun. That's happening Friday and Saturday over at the Saltaire. Also, something that I would definitely go to if I wasn't going to be going to Get Lucky. Last Dinosaurs over at Soundwell. I don't know who they are, but the name's fantastic.
Like them already, yeah.
That's all you need.
It wins me over. Saturday, you have Connor Price over at the Complex. And Sunday, I love these guys. Bollyhoo is going to be here. They'll be at the Soundwell as well, which is a super fun place to be. Other things happening. Grizzlies are playing Tulsa Oilers over at the Maverick Center on Friday. You've got Real Salt Lake versus San Diego on Saturday. The Utah Grizzlies against the Oilers again. The Utah Arts Festival, the Masquerade Party is going on over at the Commonwealth Room on Saturday night. And Heart, the Royal Flush Tour over at the Maverick Center.
This is like the Wilson sisters.
Yeah.
This is
They're
actually
back
them,
together?
Yeah, it's like a whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because the lead singer.
Anne had a cancer thing,
Yes.
but I guess they're touring. So.
They removed them.
The cancers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Other things happening. The Salt Lake City Tattoo Expo is happening this weekend through the 9th over at the Salt Palace. So that's going to be busy. You can go get a tattoo from some great people. I know one of the ink companies and supply companies there is a personal friend of mine, so go buy stuff from them. I can't remember their name, unfortunately. Gallivan Center Lights and Ice Rink are still open through I believe, next weekend. The Black History Month pop-up art exhibit over at the Leo is still happening, too. And then I got a text from Trent. He got stuck in a meeting.
Oh, okay.
So, other things happening with Live Nation. Kill Switch is coming tonight over at the Soundwell. You have Pink Floyd's Dark Side Experience. It's live with the discographers. That's so hard for me to say. That's happening Friday at the Depot. Soccer Mommy on Saturday at the Depot. Catch Your Breath at the Complex on Saturday as well. You've got Giggly Squad podcast over at Bravenel Hall on March 9th.
Would that be for children, do you think?
I'm not sure. And then Pom Pom Squad on March 11th. On sale today at 10 a.m. On sale on Friday at 10 a.m. is Lee Bryce, June 19th at Sandy Amphitheater. Lynn Lapid over at the Complex. Bring Me the Horizon with Motionless in White and The Plot in You on September 30th at the Maverick Center. And The Offspring with Jimmy Eat World and Newfound Glory. I will obviously be at that show in September.
Yeah, Giggly Squad is not for kids.
Not for kids.
That's
okay.
fair. No. I would assume so, as normal. And then he has giveaways, so why don't we do these giveaways, because he's offering them.
Okay.
We have 2 tickets to Armor for Sleep on March 20th at the Complex. Tickets will be at will call. And 2 tickets to The Offspring on September 6th over at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. I still want to call it USANA, and I know it's wrong.
So just call 877-602-9696. First come, first serve. Say which ticket you want.
Correct.
Giggly Squad is a relatable, fun, raunchy, female-focused discussion about relationships. And
I thought you said it wasn't for kids.
It's not for kids.
That sounds very much like it's for kids to me. Make sure that you take your children to that.
Well,
they'll learn a lot.
I'm sure. But that's everything for both Live Nation and for the Constant Community Calendar, which will all be on the website.
I don't know that we say. So those tickets go on sale on Friday at 10 a.m. But where do you go to buy them?
I believe it's livenation.com. Let me double check that.
Simple as that?
Simple as that. Livenation.com, yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. We will take a break. We'll be back after these messages and a song and crawling towards the exits. So stand by for that.
Listen Up Radio from Hell podcast listeners. We love that you still tune into the podcast, but you're missing one of the best parts of the show, farting around. It's right at 6 a.m. and you can only hear it live.
At $440 so far.
That's nice.
In the GoFundMe for the robotics kids from Davis High School. Just go to GoFundMe and look for Help Davis High School, and then it'll...
Or it's easier to go to any of our social media. We have links on Facebook and Twitter and...
all over.
Nice, smart kids that are listeners of the Radio from Hell show.
Yes.
That surprises me. Most of I always assumed most of our listeners were barely literate.
No, they're smart. And Dante loves The Cure.
He's a big fan of The Cure, yeah. And Depeche Mode, he was saying. Yeah.
I don't like the music that most of my peers listen to, he said.
So, yeah, go to our social medias and donate what you can. Every little bit helps. Let's send these kids to their robotics competition.
It's the World Championships,
World
Carrie.
Championships.
This is no small competition.
Okay. That was quite impressive what that robot was doing. Picking up things and throwing things. And
I wonder what practical use we put that to.
A robot that you could remotely get to pick up things? That's...
Oh, I already have one of those.
Yeah,
it's called a Roomba. I have the Roomba set to go to vacuum at night, like 3 times a week. And I don't know what kind you have, but I got a new one. I had one for years, and it finally crapped out. So I got a new one, and this one has when it goes into its dock, there's a tower there, and it sucks the dirt up into a bag.
Yeah, I don't have that.
And
that
it
would
goes,
be nice.
Well, the one thing about it is when it sucks it up into the bag, it goes
in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
You may want to rethink that.
Yeah, well, it's usually I don't hear it, but if I'm a little restless sleeping or something, I'll hear it.
Does your Roomba have a name? Because ours has a name.
Well, our first Roomba we named Polly Roomba, and this one we haven't really.
Let me guess. Rosie?
Yes. How did you know?
Of course, because I know you.
You're predictable. You're predictable.
I've been married to you for how long now? Oh, Rosie the Robot Maid.
Yeah.
And these kids are going to be the ones that build Rosie the Robot Maid. I'm telling you.
Their robot's name is Saturn, I guess.
Saturn, yes.
We named ours Polly because it sounded like a gangster name. Polly Roomba. I'm Polly Roomba.
Don't you have like 15 floors in your house?
It's just
how many Roombas do you have?
Yes, he lives in the Wells Fargo building.
Right.
No,
yeah,
but
I
you
live
have
in a
lot-
mansion.
No,
That's right.
You don't live in a mansion, but you have a lot of. There are a lot of levels.
Many layers.
Gina, the main floor is what's mainly what we are mainly concerned with this, and so it just does all of the main.
Just
floor,
the main floor,
which where the ballroom is.
Yeah.
It's a small ballroom. It's we can only
when was the
accommodate.
last time you had a ball there?
We can only accommodate 25 to 30 people.
So it is a small ballroom.
Yeah, when we have a ball.
Yes.
Which is, we don't have balls often.
No.
They're intimate.
Yeah, a small ball. We have small ball. And then I wanted to take I thought the old room, but Paulie would still work, so I wanted him up on the second floor, but he's just too tired and old. He can't do it.
He coughs. And...
Besides, you have to set up. They're pretty smart, these Roombas.
They memorize the corners and.
But they will go off like an edge so if he was on the second floor, when he came to the stairs, he would just fall down the stairs, unless you have to buy these little beacons that send out a signal.
Oh yeah, mine stops at a stair.
Anyway, you have to buy these. So we have actually on the first floor these 3 little towers. They're just little, and they send out a silent signal. So when the Roomba gets close to it, it goes, "Oh, I'm not supposed to go there," which is like under the TV and someplace where it gets stuck.
Like everybody has names for their Roombas. Katie says my Roomba's name is Mo because that's the name of the cleaning robot in Wall-E.
Oh, okay.
Gary the Snail.
from SpongeBob.
I guess.
Yeah.
And my Roomba is Jesus. I don't know if that's the name of the Roomba or if in fact
or it's actually Jesus.
That's the. You got to be clearer in these texts.
It's interesting how many people have them. They also have a mop one.
A mop Roomba?
A wet Roomba?
Yep. Yeah, they have.
Well,
they keep trying to get me to buy a wet one or mop one, but I'm not doing that. And they did have one. I don't know if they still did do it. That was a lawnmower. You could put it out and it would
mow your lawn.
Robotically mow your lawn. It would figure out the pattern and then mow your lawn.
Yeah, nothing to worry about. Just a
blade
robot with blades. That's nothing to worry about.
Oh, and mine, I can send it if I want to. I could do it on my phone right now. Just send it into a specific room.
Would that scare the people that are home right now?
Probably. I could send it right now. I could say, "Go clean the kitchen. Go vacuum the kitchen," and it would find its way to the kitchen.
We have a Shark brand one named Jaws, it says here. Metal Shop Mark. Mine is Bender.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
My friends' Roombas are painted like dairy cows. So I suggested their potential names: Robessi, Robovine, La Robo con leche.
Yeah, we did give the second one a name, and I can't remember what it is now. It wasn't distinctive enough, I guess. So now we just say the Roomba. They're really interesting. I find them fascinating. Of course, my son says, they're collecting information about our house.
It's true.
And
mapping
sending it back to, and sending
China.
it back to wherever.
They're sending it to China.
Yeah.
They got the blueprints of your house now.
There's a whole office in China that's keeping track of you. They're building a profile of the Allred house.
I could show you on my phone right now the map it has made of my my
Mm-hmm.
main floor,
Mm-hmm.
where the ballroom and everything.
And the bowling alley.
Is it a ball crawl? Or is it
No. It's a
oh.
ballroom where you hold a ball,
Oh.
and it's adjacent to the dining area. You know, where we have the long table.
Where you dine.
Yeah, we can accommodate 24 people at the dining
Wow.
table.
But it's not a mansion.
No,
All right.
it's a large home with mansion-like qualities,
Oh, okay.
but it's not a mansion.
15 floors was exaggerating. There are only 11. That's, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Buena.
Because?
Because if you know, you know. Sorry, I had to pull that one out of my collection myself there.
Mark Sandman.
Mm-hmm.
Dead.
All right.
Died very young.
Mm-hmm.
So, before we go,
Mm-hmm.
a couple of things here. I had a couple of interesting emails. I guess they're emails of interest. This one in particular, I don't think we can help this person, but it's an interesting question.
Okay.
Hey, I'm in the process of archiving some interviews with the artist Poe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
And I stumbled across your interview from X96's Big Ass Show, June 21st, 1997.
Wow.
Part of the interview can be seen here before it is cut off by the concert footage. I know this is a long shot, but do you happen to have the full recording or any sort of archive? Ha!
That's funny.
I could look through from around that time. I'd like to preserve as much of the original interview as possible. Even if I could just see it, I would really appreciate it. Somebody named Valerie Paris.
We did a few things with Poe.
Remember at the Maverick Center?
Yeah.
We did a birthday thing for her.
And then remember the coffee shop over here by the Gateway that I don't think is there. We did an intimate acoustic performance with her there. But no,
I don't recognize who this is interviewing Poe in this video clip.
I'll know who it is. Send it to me.
It says the Big Ass Show. And, yeah.
It's for as long as we've been doing this show, you would think we would have more stuff saved.
Yeah.
But I don't think people paid attention to doing that.
No, no.
along the way.
Well, and we didn't have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
I don't recognize where she's performing either. Now, it says the Big Ass Show, but it's...
Forward it to me.
It's like in a brick... There's in front of a brick wall of some sort.
That's why I'm wondering if it's the thing we did with her at the coffee shop, because that was a brick wall.
Yeah, I'll send it in to you in some way, shape, or form. I don't know exactly. Oh, wait, I can do it this
Just
way.
forward me the email.
Oh, yeah, why didn't, duh. Because then you can click on the link for that. I was trying to forward the video to you. Duh. Let's see. Yeah. It's, I remember her chasing Mike Summers around the Maverick Center or something. Am I remembering that right?
Yeah.
And it was some sort of a birthday thing.
It was because Mike pushed cake in her face.
That's
I think.
right.
That's right.
So,
that's what it was.
She wanted to get back at him.
Yeah. So there's that, and I got another email from. Remember that guy who called us about fluoride? Said he just started listening to the show.
Oh yeah.
And somebody sent me an email regarding that. Regarding Brinkerhoff from check-ins on the morning of the 3rd, Mr. Brinkerhoff was correct. There are negative effects that can damage teeth and bones from fluoride in the water. There's also a study out of China about the negative effects of fluoride in the water, where in one province, the fluoride is naturally occurring in the water. The study showed that the children had lower IQs than those without the fluoride. But what is always conveniently left out of these stories is that it takes a tremendous amount of fluoride, well above the recommended amount, to cause these problems.
So it was too much fluoride.
Yeah. When a municipality decides to put fluoride in the water, it's at a very low concentration, less than will hurt growth of a child or damage anybody's health. In our fact-free reactionary world, where the measles vaccine causes measles, facts don't seem to matter or are conveniently left out to push an agenda. I'm glad Mr. Brinkerhoff has joined the program, and I hope you're listening today, sir, and continues to listen. And then I've included a link to one of the negative side effects of too much fluoride. Thanks for letting me listen. Boring old Dan sent
that is the Big Ass Show. That's out at the Fair Park.
Who is that guy?
That guy, I have no idea who that is. Maybe he was a Grid magazine.
Interviewing her? No, I knew those people. He's an intern?
No,
we didn't have interns.
We didn't have interns.
Because the reason we didn't have interns back then is we didn't know how to spell it.
Yeah. I recognize him, but I don't know who he is. I've seen that face.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, all right, let's do the promo and get out of here.
Okay, now I have to go back and find that, which is in this part of the emails. There it is. Okay.
Ready? Thursday's Radio from Hell show will have boners, geek news on the radio, Offspring tickets.
Oh, and it's National Name Tag Day.
Don't do it, Bill.
He's totally going to do it.
You see my name tag? Hello, my name is Luca.
You live on the second floor, don't you?
Radio from Hell, broadcasting live from the second floor. Thursday morning here on X96. All right, good enough. Fine job as always, Katie. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
You're on the second floor.
Yes, all right.